team right on the website, so you always know exactly who's in your division. There's great competition, clear communication, and zero last-minute surprises. Make your season smoother. Check out your next tournament at BigBearTournaments.com.
The Lou Information Station, 590 AM KLIS, Wood River, St. Louis.
USA Radio News. I'm John Summers. NASA's considering bringing the crew of the International Space Station home a bit early because of a medical issue on board. The agency didn't say which astronaut or what the issue was, only that the situation is stable. The crew consists of 2 Americans, 1 Japanese astronaut, and a Russian cosmonaut. They arrived in early August for a planned 6-month mission. Tensions are escalating between the U.S. and Russia after the military seized a Russian-flagged oil tanker in the North Atlantic. U.S. and U.K. forces boarded the Bella 1 vessel as it was sailing in international waters between Scotland and Iceland yesterday. Russia's transport ministry said no state has the right to use force against vessels duly registered in the jurisdictions of other states. Moscow had been a key ally of deposed Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro. President Trump says the woman shot and killed by an ICE agent in Minneapolis was a professional agitator.
In a post, Trump claimed that the woman viciously ran over the officer, and it's hard to believe he is alive, and goes on to call it self-defense. He adds, "We need to stand by and protect our law enforcement officers from this radical left movement of violence and hate." So far, political reaction to the shooting seems to be split down party lines. I'm Mark Mayfield.
Meanwhile, Minnesota's governor says the ICE-involved shooting makes him angry. Democratic Governor Tim Walz urged ongoing protests remain peaceful.
We've been warning for weeks that the Trump administration's dangerous, sensationalized operations are a threat to our public safety.
He said no further help from the federal government wanted, adding that President Trump and Homeland Chief Kristi Noem have done enough. President Trump says Venezuela will only be buying American-made products with the money they receive from the new oil deal. Trump took to Truth Social to say they will include agricultural products, medicines, medical devices, and energy equipment, among other things. From America's News Network, USA Radio News.
This is Denny Gillum, host of Frontlines of Freedom, here to tell you about an amazing new book, The Miracle Man, written by a good friend of mine. It's a remarkable, true account of faith, healing, and restoration in the face of impossible odds. Through a harrowing series of events and miraculous answers to prayer, Bill receives a donor's heart with only hours left to live. His rapid recovery and return to normal life is a story that shows God's power to heal and his faithfulness in answering prayers. The Miracle Man is through Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and other booksellers.
Lisa Wolf here to tell you about our newest website for old-time radio lovers. It's 100radioshows.com. At this site, there are 5 old-time radio shows waiting for you to download free as our gift to you. And be sure to browse the additional 700 old-time radio shows available to you for 70% off. 100radioshows.com. That's 100radioshows.com.
News reports on the Lou Information Station are presented by Brown and Crouppen.
So what's his name?
NBC.com.
You're gonna need lawyers, right?
The Earl Austin Experience with Earl Austin Jr. Saturday mornings from 9 to 11. Brought to you by Fast Track Auto Transport, St. Louis's go-to company for all your vehicle transport needs. Visit ftautotrans.com or call 636-677-9004.
At Commercial Technology Solutions, we are all about solutions. We pledge that our sales staff will listen carefully to your needs and propose a solution customized to your business. Our services and tech support are second to none. When you establish your relationship with Commercial Technology Solutions, you can have confidence that your tech needs are in the hands of St. Louis's best. Contact them in Missouri at 314-421-3550, in Illinois 618-452-3550, and online at ctsphone.com.
After a long day, nothing beats kicking back in a brand new hot tub from St. Louis Hot Tub Warehouse. These guys are the real deal. They've been around for over 38 years and got more than 400 five-star reviews, and they've earned every single one of them. They sell premium, American-made hot tubs. USA, baby. And because they keep their overhead low, they pass the savings right on to you. You're getting better quality at a better price. And here's the best part. No hidden fees, no surprises. No, oh, by the way, charges. And if you find a comparable hot tub cheaper at a local dealer, they'll beat that price. Guaranteed. That's right, best price guarantee. No one's beating them. Plus, when you buy from St. Louis Hot Tub Warehouse, you're buying from a company that's been here for decades, and they'll be here to service your tub for as long as you own it. Check them out at besthottubprices.com. That's besthottubprices.com. St. Louis Hot Tub Warehouse, highest quality, best price.
Tune in each week as STL Sports Central, the Lou Information Station, and the Too Many Men on the Mic podcast present the Mid-States Club Hockey Association Game of the Week. Brought to you by Mattingly Lumber, Vantage Credit Union, Chicken and Pickle, and by the Watson Private Wealth Group at Stiefel. The Lou Information Station presents Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Janssen and Jimmy the Cat Hayes.
Yeah, baby, let's go. 805 in Kirkwood, Missouri. J. Randolph Jr. Studios, Hot Take Central 2.0 coming at you. Matthew Rocchio, Jimmy the Cat Hayes, big city in for the show today. Lovely weather. Storms are coming. My stomach's beat up because I ate too much food last night, and it's been a quick turnaround. Just letting all y'all know out there, baby. We're live on YouTube. Go to YouTube, type in Lou Info, like, subscribe, chat away. Let's go. What's up, baby?
How's it going?
Are you working out? Because apparently me and you are going to be doing a bunch of like athletic stuff together and competing against each other. And you look awfully big today. And I feel like this is going to be an embarrassing moment.
He's got gym clothes on.
Well, I'm
What are those?
I'm going to the gym after this.
Damn.
I've gotten back into my routine, I would say, the past couple weeks, but body's feeling a little sore, so we'll see how this competition
Good.
goes.
Overdo it today. Overdo it a little bit.
So
what's up, Jimmy?
The competition is a made for social media event.
Yeah.
Where you, former Blue, Matt Adams, former Cardinal, Clayton Kershaw's worst nightmare,
Yeah,
will be
baby.
going head to head on video in a number of different events solely for clicks. And it's going to be ping pong, basketball, arm wrestling
tomorrow, yeah.
among other things. And then we are going to document this competition and post it in promotion of Hot Take Central and KLIS,
it's a cool
the Lou
idea.
Information Station.
It's a cool idea, and you're going to be the referee during the whole
Dave
thing.
Green
as well.
bought me an
Yeah,
outfit.
baby. Yeah, so this will be interesting. It'll be cool. We'll do all kinds of different stuff. We'll edit it out, and it should be very, very entertaining stuff. I do have a feeling I'm going to look foolish, especially tomorrow. Ping pong, when was the last time you played that?
6-7 years ago, maybe?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Did I do it in the locker room? Was there a ping pong table in the locker room?
Yeah, there was.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but it was Matt
We
Holiday
didn't have one.
and Matt Carpenter were the two that
They hogged it?
They never got off of it.
Yeah, and you can't. What are you going to say to them? They're like,
You're not saying anything to
Yeah.
those two guys.
hey,
You were
Peter,
afraid of you were afraid of
you
I
just
was.
got to
Yeah.
do that. You know what I mean? What about basketball? Because I was going to say, should we do one-on-one? But I'm looking at you. I'm like, no way.
One-on-one.
I don't even know how to dribble.
You're gonna break my ankles if we go one-on-one.
I can't dribble.
I think we should just play a game.
You didn't
of,
play
game
basketball
of
on
horse or
I
pig
think
or
that's what we'll do.
something like that.
pig.
Knock
It'll
out.
be pig, but you didn't. I figure maybe a little power forward back in
You look
Pennsylvania.
like
Yeah,
one.
I mean, I handled the paint pretty well back in my.
So
day.
you did play it.
Yeah.
All right.
back in
Oh,
high
see,
school,
okay.
yeah.
See, that's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. You did play. I went through the last time I played basketball was at a pool house. Had one of those games, and TJ Moe and I went out there, and TJ's like, blah, 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 thing. And I'm literally trying to not double dribble the whole time.
Hockey players are good at golf. Some other sports, I've never seen hockey players good at basketball. I've seen baseball players
Yeah.
that are really. I wonder who are the best multi-athlete guys.
Hockey players who are good at baseball. They go out there and hit home runs and batting practice. They play up in Canada a lot. Baseball's big up
What
there.
about soccer?
We all played soccer.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Swedes played soccer.
because you guys, that's what I see. Like a lot of hockey players do to warm up.
Yeah.
Before the game.
They play
Kicking the ball
soccer.
around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Europeans especially. That too. Like I kind of grew out of that young.
You know what I just found out? And it's not a real sport, but it is, an activity. But apparently hockey players are really good at hide and seek.
Oh yeah, God, son of a
the hell's wrong with you,
my
boy?
bad, my bad, my bad,
Brock,
my
was that
bad, my
was
bad.
that a solid
I'm
intro?
sorry.
I am sorry. I'm sorry.
Unbelievable.
You're God Almighty. Cat. The other countries have academies. Okay. Ooh, that was a nice little.
We have a cat.
Yeah, that was a little bit rough.
Reverb or what? Cat.
Yeah.
That was good. You're right. My bad on that. That's a weird situation last night. That 10 o'clock at night game. Holy cow.
So the Blues game got a little bit out of hand.
I like watching people.
I cut it short.
I like watching.
I'll finish or do badly at something. So last night the Blues looked good for a little while. I thought,
your right shoulder. Oh, Hayes
17 seconds.
former right
Tucker.
shoulder. I thought, all right, yeah, and I thought they're playing with energy. And then I saw them fall behind. I went to bed because the game started not at 8:30.
No. Yeah.
At 9.
Yeah.
A little after 9. So I went to bed. But apparently the game got out of hand. And Monty's like, yeah, let's get Benner out of there. And he like waves Benner out and he looks around. Where's Hofer?
We're talking Blues hockey.
So weird.
And the TBS, I think it was on the crew, did a good
Yes.
job.
TNT.
Because they had TNT. They had the same thing to me. They had it's kind of they had a shot of the bench, and in the background you could see Hofer peeking around.
With
He
his
was
helmet
hiding.
on, with his helmet on, meaning he wasn't going to the bathroom or he was. Now in Chicago, I don't think there's room on the bench for your backup goalie, which is so dumb. It's not like Montreal and Winnipeg and some of those other rinks where the goalie has to sit on the other side, San Jose, which is even more dumb. But this, it's so he's sitting back there. Did Benner say, no, I'm not coming out? Or did Hofer say, no, I'm not coming in? I mean, he heard him. He's sitting
I didn't hear
It's
post-game.
the weirdest
I just
thing,
know.
and they didn't even talk about it.
Like in baseball, in baseball, if you're the mop-up guy, you know when you're supposed to get ready. You're the closer. You start pacing around. You do your warm-ups, whatever. Everyone on the team knows when they are to get ready on their own.
Yes.
So Hofer knew, but he was hiding, and it was adorable, peeping around the corner.
It's funny, but it's weird.
It's weird,
And
but
it also
it's
shows
adorable.
like, Benner, you got lit up. You weren't good. Listen to your coach.
Yeah.
Like, who's in charge?
Well, and
It's a bad look.
I mean, just from like ex-athletes, everything, like I gotta believe that Benner and Hofer kind of were working it together. Like
Could be.
Hofer had Benner's back.
Yeah, like I'm
There
not
was
coming.
5 minutes left in the game.
know.
Like
But even that makes your coaching staff look stupid.
I know.
You know, you're getting your ass kicked by a team that's the B team, basically. You're missing their two best players. You get rocked after, building up some sort of momentum. And then that goes down where he refuses to come out, which it looked like because he's like, no, I'm staying. You got to listen to your coach eventually here. Like
Monty looked like a fool looking around going, where? And
Monty
you
looked
can't do
foolish.
that. You can't do that to your head coach. I don't care if there's solidarity among your goalies, and maybe they were in cahoots on that. I get it. Which you think, all right, there's something to that that's good. You can never make especially on national television. You just made your head coach look foolish.
It's all over the internet. All over. That is a bad look, man. And Curbs and Joey didn't talk about it that much. They didn't really. He mentioned something, I think, but they kind of glossed over it a little bit. But
that video,
it's unbelievable. It's going to go down in history in the weirdest hockey memes ever.
That video that came back from break was unbelievable.
I know. Monty looked
And you're
foolish.
talking about, a team that's had some turmoil this year. That doesn't help anything.
God, Army's.
Now, if you're Benner and you're the goalie for Team Canada and you've already been getting chirped, I'm a Benner guy. I think he's going to be good.
Fantastic human being. Damn good goalie. Awkward at times, and with his personality, it's like this kind of
I love him.
I do too.
But I think he's going to be fine for Team Canada. I would want him in there, but I understand why. I hope Team Canada loses badly, but I'm a Benner fan.
You're a Benner,
I think he'll be fine.
When you're Benner and somebody bumps into you and you do something crazy, like you're going to go chop his head off, that's not really embarrassing your coach at all. When you steal Ovechkin's 900, which I didn't, you kind of let it be about the man because he's cool as hell, and you hide it, that's not really embarrassing your coach. Maybe the team a little bit, but not your coach.
But
when you ignore your coach and he's looking around and you guys are in cahoots about how, and then the camera sees you with your helmet, like there's really what were you doing? You can't hear everything's wide open. Listen, I know exactly where he's at. It's not far. It's from me to that camera away. And you're like, where's home? oh, and he's like, yeah, like and he's watching the game. He's seeing what's going on. Damn, what the hell was that all about?
And tell me, you know this better than me, but generally, there's not really that sort of camaraderie between starter and backup goalie. Over the years, like you never know this publicly, but there's always a little friction because they're competing against each other.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so for them to be in cahoots, you're like, wow, that's different.
It's kind of cool. But again, the bottom line is you made your coach look bad.
Absolutely.
And when your coach looks bad, the organization looks bad.
Agreed.
You know, I think the Blues are what they've gone through. It's worse than what the Cardinals did last year. If you cut halfway through the season where the Cardinals were, like people go, they're still kind of in the mix, right? I think they had a couple good whatever, but it wasn't embarrassing stuff.
It was on the outside looking in, but not awful.
That's the crazy
Yeah.
thing is the Blues are still only 3 points out of a playoff spot.
It's weird because everybody sucks in the West. It's a really weird thing. But
Whitey Herzog showered with the Blues tonight.
They got to make a decision on what they want to do, though. Here,
comment, Cap.
What are you gonna do? Get rid of Falk? People are gonna want Falk. I'll tell you that right now.
100%.
God, yeah, they're gonna want the shin dog. Even what Benner did, they're gonna want him.
Yeah.
But somebody's got to go down. If you're a team, a goalie's got to go down. You can't just bring on a goalie. Like
Right.
Who would that be? What good team's goalie is not performing? You know what I mean? Good God.
I appreciate it, Jim. I appreciate it.
Jesus, Murphy.
Jack Flaherty. Bring him back.
I appreciate it, Jim. I appreciate it.
No.
Bring back Tommy Pham.
I would bring Flaherty.
Tommy
Walker,
Pham.
bring Walker
I would
back.
bring Pham back.
Although I think he would annoy me as a teammate. Because he kind of calls guys out really, like if he's cool outside, maybe like I don't know him personally,
Yeah.
but the way he presents himself, I think maybe as a teammate I'd get pissed at him here and there,
Teammates loved him.
you know. But that's the thing;
I
he's
think-
probably different around.
I think if you would be around him in the clubhouse and whatnot, I feel like you would love him.
The biggest sausage
Yeah,
I've
you're
ever
probably
seen.
right.
But like if you're on the other team,
That's a different story.
you're gonna want to run across the field and
Yeah.
punch him.
I'm just telling you, his teammates loved him. Didn't agree with everything he said,
Yeah.
but it was always like, that's Tommy.
Okay,
But yeah, you got to. That Cat hit the nail on the head. You just got to understand that Pham is Pham, and you're getting what you get, and he's gonna run his mouth and he's gonna say some silly stuff, but he's gonna put the uniform on and go get it day in and day out.
Did you ever not like a teammate? You don't say who. I mean, I had guys that I did. Not all the time, but it's usually my roommates that I started to be like, I'm sick of you.
Every 6 months, Cam tells the same story about this disgusting Russian roommate he
That
has.
started the whole. I've been roommates with guys.
Rock's
even
coming after us in front of our guests.
I know.
He's coming after
as
both
he
of us.
should. As he should.
Just Cam tells us about the disgusting Russian every 6 months.
Yeah, he wore under. He put the damn temperature up all the way.
Okay, we want a name. We want a
Ivan
name.
Kubatov.
He's
I
no,
heard
not,
him.
he's named him.
No, not we want a name
Of another.
of a Blues teammate that you didn't love. Okay, I'm not talking about a Russian who we never heard of. Give us a blue, right, Rock? We want a Blues guy that you can.
No, this is just you.
You can bear. You want to hear it though too.
You're on
Because I know what you call
Not
it.
on the record, you don't.
But like you just get sick. You get sick of guys sometimes.
Matt, it's Cole here.
You're just constantly by them. They're crapping after you. You know, it just they're smelling. I don't know. Roommates. Holly, I talked to Brett Holly the other day, and he's like, "God, I just miss having roommates." I'm thinking, why?
Who said that?
Holly. Like he loved having a roommate, and I'm thinking, why?
Did you guys have roommates on the road?
They did. Yeah, I did until the 2012 lockout where they changed it. Guys had like you had that 600 games to get your own room. That's a ton of games.
Yeah.
It's a ton of games. How stupid is that? I hated it.
You have to understand, hockey's different, okay? Baseball, you guys are kings, okay? For example, if you're in hockey and you're getting $2 million a year, that guy got $2 million. That guy got. If you're in baseball, you're Taylor Motter making $2 million a year.
Yeah.
Baseball
Motter
has a bigger setup at the table.
Well, you're playing every day, you know, and probably gonna have a strike because of it.
Yeah.
You know,
there's no doubt going to be a lockout after
these guys
this next
in
season.
hockey. The cap's going up to 126. Like they're gonna start making even more the big guys are. But yeah, we had roommates, and I just like, you could always be in your room, go hang out with somebody in their room. When you go to bed, now I can go to my room, call my girlfriend or wife or whatever. They're having conversations with their wives next to you when you're trying to sleep. Your sleeping habits are off. He's crapping in the bathroom because he ate too much. Like, it's just, I don't know.
That's wild at the top.
That's why
level.
I'm like that. I'm like, I got sick of it.
No, I'm just saying hockey's a different.
Dude, I got sent down playing up, and then I had my own room, loved it. I got sent
I'm sick
down
of crapping next to dudes.
I got sent down to minors, and I paid for my own room for a while, just because I didn't want to have
I said this before, and I'll say it again.
But
if you're dating a girl and she craps in your bed and laughs at you about it, she ain't the right one.
Okay, thanks for that piece of.
Write that down, Maddie. Write that
piece of brilliance.
So I played independent ball in 2022 after being in the big leagues for 10 straight years, and that was my first roommate in 11 years. And I was like, I showed up on the road, and I was like, I gotta have a roommate.
Yes, you do.
You didn't pay for your own?
No, because I liked the guy. Like, I ended up like liking the guy. It was great.
Yeah.
Like, it was awesome. Like on the road, he was great. And then like he ended up becoming my he was a really good cook. Like, so when we were home,
you got a good one.
I would give him some cash, and he would bring in like what he made. Like him and like he had 2 other roommates at home. I would pay him, and he'd bring me in meal. Like, it was awesome. He was a great dude. He's one of the catchers for the Yankees in the big leagues right now. He made it to the big league. Like,
hell yeah.
He's awesome.
What's his name?
JC Escara.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
He
awesome.
probably looked up to you, man, and you
Yeah.
probably helped him out.
Yeah, it was
figuring things out.
I
and
just
stuff.
got a message from him 2 weeks ago saying how I gotta help him stay in the big leagues. And now that he got there, I gotta help him stay in the big league.
It is cool though. You play 10 years and you go down. You're the big dog. You made some money. A lot of those guys probably haven't made too much money yet.
Yeah.
You know, and it's cool taking them out. You know, giving them advice.
100%.
Hell yeah.
It was cool. Like, and like I didn't like, they gave me the option like when we went on the road to fly. I'm like, no, I'm staying on the bus, and I'm buzzing with these guys like 10 hours, and like we play cards like that. That's how you like build bonds and whatnot. So like I like that. I love that kind of stuff.
How long did you do that for?
Did it for the whole year.
Yeah, but then what? Did you do it the next year?
No, and then I got back into pro ball. I signed a minor league deal with the Nationals after that year, and then 24 I went to Mexico, and then I was.
How was Mexico?
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Where at?
I was in Tijuana.
No
so
bueno.
It was
No
nice.
bueno.
Like I lived in like in the States. I crossed every day. I was in like suburb of San Diego, and just crossed every day. But if I had to stay there and not be able to come back to the States, I don't know if I would have made it.
Wow, Tijuana.
And then you were coaching, right?
Yeah, last year coached in El Paso. So basically, I was right back in Mexico last year.
Yeah. El Paso. How is El Paso?
It sneaky. It was
Really
solid. They put us up in a really cool hotel. It had a nice steakhouse bar like in the lobby.
The downtown cool?
Yeah, downtown's
See,
really cool.
that's
It's good, like very historic.
Yeah, dude.
But clean.
Never been there.
safe. Like it's safe because like there's like 4 or 5 cops on bikes on every corner. Like
Funny how
it's a
that
border
works.
town.
Funny
But
how that
it's-
works.
But it's safe.
Yeah.
and it's clean, and you feel like people are out walking around, going to dinner. Like it was cool.
Yeah, if the
It was-
downtown is like that, man, the city's pretty cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
The downtown has to be nice.
100%. There was theaters, like there was a lot of stuff going on each and every day, which was.
What about downtown Tijuana?
I didn't spend much time.
Like, did you guys ever like, let's go down, let's party a little bit, let's check it out? Or were you like, nope, stay away from
No,
there?
I-
Or the
like-
coaching staff and everybody's like, stay away, get back over here. We got to take care of business, go back.
Oh, the coaching staff, it was wild, wild west.
Okay.
I think there was probably 6 guys that stayed in San Diego, but everybody else lived in TJ. They had apartments and whatnot. Like I had teammates that like would go out and run the town for 24 straight hours and like go straight from the bars and clubs and come straight to the field. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Like
they don't care.
I can't do
Cheaper
that.
to stay there than in San Diego.
Oh, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn right.
Oh, yeah.
Night and
Yeah.
day.
And then when the Cardinals played in Mexico that year that they
Oh, the Mexico
Yeah.
City series. Yeah.
so they put the team up at us at a hotel, and they were like, now don't go a block this way or a block that way. So you always have to be very careful.
Yeah. I don't know what the worst city. Yeah, I've never experienced that. You know, we were in Albany and stuff like that, which just those boring ass. And the minors, it's so bad in the minors, it's so depressing because you're traveling. Some of the rinks are getting old. And a lot of these guys are coming from North Dakota, which has a beautiful facility. They got money, they're treated like kings, and they come out and they can't crack the NHL, and they play in the minors for a bit, and it's like, whoa, like supposed to go up this way. You're already here in college, and now they're making a little bit of money. Then you go to the American League, and it's just like a big drop off.
So what's the NIL like money wise for like college hockey?
It's getting there a little bit now. Gavin McKinnon decided, for $750. He's a young kid, 17, 18 years old. So it's going. It's going.
growing.
Yeah.
Like that is
at
wild.
some schools. At some schools.
Yeah.
Like the
Lindenwood
bigger-
ain't getting it.
Right. But like
Penn
Michigan,
State,
Penn State,
Michigan, Minnesota, North
Ohio
Dakota,
State.
Ohio. Yes. Ohio State. You're damn right.
Yeah.
Some of those BU, whatnot on the East Coast.
Yeah.
How much did Strick get when he played?
Well, he played in the NHL, so he probably signed. I think he's one of those 5 for 7.
Honestly, the WNBA should be in St. Louis.
Darling. Woo. WNBA, baby.
Cat, you want a basketball team back here, huh?
I'm working on it every
Yeah.
day. Every day I'm trying to bring
you're shooting
yeah,
something out about it.
the Pelicans. I have
The
people
biggest
working
attention whore in St. Louis since Iggy Strode and Andy Strickland.
on so I have people that we are close to it. So the only thing we don't have yet for the Pelicans is an arena. So we're going to need $1 billion for that. But
I feel like you're also missing the billion. I feel like you're also missing the $1 billion owner.
and no, I have
he's
people.
got buddy.
Oh,
I have
yeah,
people.
okay.
Yeah, and don't worry, I'm gonna take a little slice
You're
of it.
damn right you
I'm doing
are.
this for St. Louis. I also haven't acquired the rights to the Pelicans to move them yet, but those things are being worked on every day, and I could say there is progress.
Take a little slice.
Little slice. Now, and I'm just doing it for the greater
For the
St. Louis
greater good of
area
people.
proper.
Couldn't they play at the Dome? Or does their season overlap with the UFL team?
Don't worry about that stuff. Just know
The
that I'm going
lovely
to take
dome?
60% of whatever.
It does.
Whatever
That
I
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Oh, you.
That little slice
when-
off the top.
Yeah, that's what matters.
Oh, it's so funny.
No, we're getting a brand new state-of-the-art arena for the Pelicans. And for people that don't understand it, they don't know the history. First of all, Pelicans have been migrating through Missouri, especially in lower Missouri,
They're big
for
here.
years. Secondly, when the Pelicans came into being, they used to barnstorm at local gyms all the time in St. Louis. So there's tons of stories that I can make up.
Oh, hey,
along
listen,
the
if
way.
you have a shirt that says Birdwatcher,
That ain't good. It's kind of true. I must have saw somebody with a Birdwatcher shirt, and I'm like, what are you? Jeez. Okay. Oh, man. Oh, man. Yeah, that dome ain't going to cut it.
No, we're gonna.
Are
get
you
a-
into the XFL stuff? It's all good.
No,
It's
not
all good.
They
really.
are a
It's
little.
all good.
I like The Rock. I'm a big wrestling guy.
He didn't come. Are you?
Yeah,
That's right.
big. I see the wrestling belt over there. I'm
Yeah.
a big.
Well, there's a
time
lot of
WWE,
guys
yeah.
that come in and out of this here studio that love wrestling.
Yeah.
Love it.
You ever consider reaching out there and seeing if because you could
I
play a
had
good villain?
You
I
got the
was
look.
I was lined up to have a tryout.
Hi, I'm sorry. Okay, what?
Clean. Hi.
Hi, come on in. We need guests.
Yeah. Any topics? No. Okay.
You could play the role. You're a big dude.
Yep, I
You
had
could
a
cut up. You can get all cut up.
Can you do
I
a
would-
backflip?
no.
That's well.
No, but I would go to their performance center in Orlando and train. But I was lined up in 2022 before I signed to play independent ball. I was signed to go try out during their WrestleMania week in Dallas.
remember the show, the wrestling show, How to Be a Wrestler
Oh yeah,
with
yeah.
Triple H.
Yeah.
And he's like, give me a bump. And they're like, dang. He's like, no, give me a bump. He's like, your balls are showing over there. Fix that. The funniest damn thing. I used to watch that show.
It's like
How to Be a Wrestler, and actually Maven made it. Maven.
Yeah. I forget what his ring name is now, but like
He's got a podcast. I listened to it.
I don't know if he's still wrestling, but I think
I don't
he's
think he
still
is.
involved, like with like either creative writing or whatnot. Like, but yeah, that's a big passion. Of
I
mine.
don't know if you would, dude.
My body would break.
Break, dude. Come
break. I would have to be the guy that doesn't take many bumps, and I go out there and I like hit people with like a baseball bat.
Yeah, or something dirty. Exactly. Yeah, just a one hit, bam.
Yeah.
Get out of there. Or you could turn into a stone cold and just go out there and spray down somebody with beer and like find that gimmick.
That was unreal what he was allowed to. But it was also the world was different too back in the day.
Remember?
Like,
yeah, dude.
When he got the Coors Light truck and drove it out into the arena and just unloaded on the people in the first 10 rows got beer shower.
And they probably all got pulled over and D-dubs. But not even that though. Remember like when it was full bore and they'd have the girls in there and one of Heartbreak Kid, what's his name?
Shawn Michaels,
was like having sex.
Oh yeah.
On the stage on live television.
They put a bed in the ring.
Yes. And she's wearing like a thong. Like crazy.
Wild.
Vince was doing crazy stuff, looking at her. Oh my god.
That documentary on Netflix or whatever about Vince is that's a good watch.
It's a really good watch.
Yeah.
Scary and embarrassing.
Weird.
Yeah.
Like whatever
weird
crazy
is
they did on the air.
The perfect word for that.
Pales in comparison.
Yeah.
I mean, that was some sick stuff that was alleged.
That's why I liked
That's why you liked it.
No. I didn't. I wasn't really a big fan at all. People I knew were, but I didn't bang my billet, Mom. I didn't. But
Can you say that? Can you say that again, Cam?
I didn't bang my billet, Mom. I didn't.
I don't want to talk sports with women.
Oh, Cole, that makes me uncomfortable. Thank you. What was I going to say? God dang it. Oh yeah, just that whole thing. I never really got into it, but I like going on YouTube and listening to their stories. They're all really interesting. Even the old school ones back in the 90s and stuff like that, when I was probably the most into wrestling.
Right.
But I don't know. It's just, I don't know what it is. I can't get there, especially now.
That's fair.
You know, I don't know.
Is that, have you ever told that story that you were set to try out for WWE before?
I don't know if a lot of people knew that.
Okay, I'm going to put
I
it.
did get a quick text though. It says, that was Edge and Lita, not HBK. Listening to Cam talk wrestling.
Sorry.
hurts my head.
My bad.
That's from Joe Roderick.
I knew. Oh yeah, my bad, dude. I knew somebody had sex in that ring. Jeez Louise, man. Oh God. Did you watch? Are you into like SLU basketball at all?
If it's on, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got to be better about that.
These guys talk college basketball, and I sound like such a jackass.
Now, like
worse than wrestling.
If you can, like, I mean, I watch the Blues. Anytime the Blues are on TV, I'm watching. Like, obviously the Cardinals, I follow them. But college basketball, I'm just not a big basketball fan.
I wasn't as a kid either.
But
you know,
all the St. Louis sports are good, so I feel like I gotta be better at that.
Yeah, and they're kind of what's being talked about right now, like the bright spot of the St. Louis sports.
Can Rock, before we get into college basketball, can I do a quick wrap? Is that all right?
Yeah.
Okay. Basketball is my favorite sport. I like the way they dribble up and down the court, just like I'm the king of the microphone. So is Dr. J and Moses Malone.
He did that yesterday too.
Did I do that one?
No.
No, I just
a different rap.
He did about 85% of Rapper's Delight. 100%. It was so good. And one of you got a text just goes, I never want to hear him rap again. And then he did it again. It was perfect.
Yeah, and that's why I did it today, because I saw there was a little blowback from that.
They can stop it. I want to hear Rapping Cat as often as we can.
For sure.
So last night, SLU, which had never won at VCU, their second conference game, won at VCU. Mizzou had never won at Rupp Arena, Kentucky, where Kentucky plays. They won there. And people with Mizzou had already written Missouri off as dead in the water. Now they're 2-0 in conference, although Kentucky, to me, doesn't look like he's a typical Kentucky team. They don't look great. But let's talk SLU, Rock.
What do you got, Rock? Let's go, baby.
Let's talk SLU.
What happened last night?
Well, I actually have something pretty cool, because last night was actually a pretty fascinating night for Billikens fans, and I'll just play a little snippet. So last night, and there's a lot of really good SLU fans who kind of cover the team on social media from afar, and they do a really good job. They have an incredible community, and one of them are these two guys up in Chicago who go by West Pine Bills, And I actually had them down to St. Louis to play some golf before the SLU Grand Canyon game earlier this year. Great guys. I talked to them a lot. And after the SLU game, sometimes they'll get on Twitter. You guys ever seen a Twitter Spaces before?
No.
Anybody here?
I haven't known.
So essentially a Twitter Spaces is an all audio thing where you start the Spaces on Twitter and then people can join the Spaces and you're talking and you can add speakers as you go. So as people join the Spaces, you can add like random people to keep the conversation going. And West Pine Bills will put up a space after a SLU game, usually after I finish my post game because he's nice like that and doesn't want to step on my toes. I appreciate that. This was the first one of the year. And I just want you guys to listen to kind of what happened last night.
baby.
This is an interesting one from the official SLU account. So I have no idea who wants to speak from this, but I'm going to add the official SLU basketball account as a speaker.
Hey guys, what's going on? Josh Schertz here with BK. Just wanted to. Hey guys, I've never actually didn't know what Spaces was until 30 seconds ago, but it sounds like we got a bunch of. It sounds like some SLU fans and maybe some VCU guys on there, but just want to thank everybody for the support. What a appreciate the everything so far this year, and looking forward to when we get back. We're here with Fordham and Richmond, getting that place rocking next week when we get back into town. But just thank everybody for watching and everything you guys have done. And like I said, it doesn't matter who you support, but the passion to get on here, talk ball, discuss the games. It's a big deal, and we appreciate it.
I would kiss him on the lips.
And then, not only that, he stayed on for another 7 minutes and took questions from fans. He took like 4 or 5 questions from fans who were just in the Spaces, gave him the same great Josh Schertz quality answers he gives everyone every time. And yeah, jumped on literally after the game. He had already done a 10-minute interview with Rammer and Earl for their post game. Then he spent about 20, maybe 25 minutes with us in the media. And then he jumps on this Spaces thing that he's never heard of, that Brian Kunderman, who's the best, just hands him his phone, is like, yeah, there's a bunch of SLU fans talking about the game. You want to jump in? And he spends 8 more minutes talking with SLU fans. So the guy spent almost like an hour of time, like 45 minutes of extra time afterwards, doing his obviously post-game stuff that he's required to do, but then doing an extra 10 minutes just with fans that he's not required to do. He never has to do. I just thought that was an incredible moment. And again, it was after... This is after the biggest win in SLU basketball in arguably the last 7 years. I mean, that's a guy, both BK and Schertz, who get it. The SID being like, this would be cool. The coach then saying, yeah, let's do it. Give me the phone. Let's roll. That's people who get it. That's how you go from we're a good team, we're fun to watch, to this place is packed and everyone loves us.
Kunderman is great.
Kunderman's the best.
I've worked with him. That's a PR guy who understands what it's like to be available and what the fans mean, which is great. And Schertz, he's totally fan friendly. I mean, if you have a young program that's on the rise, he may be like the perfect coach. That doesn't mean he's not going to hit some rough patches, but he might be the perfect guy for that role.
Like, I mean, it really is perfect. And just it was funny too, because afterwards people were like, when the SLU account jumped on, I couldn't believe it was Schertz. I was like, this is why you guys are still a little new, because as soon as he said the SLU official accounts wanting to talk, I was like, this is going to be Schertz. I'm 90% guaranteed this is going to be Schertz. But there's also cool moments like Corey Tate, who's a coach for the Billikens, who played for Mizzou, and he stayed on with Schertz. And last night, as kind of the big thing that happens whenever SLU gets a huge win, is Corey Tate will take his shirt off in the locker room. If you've ever seen Corey Tate's a very large gentleman. And so there's some inherent comedy to that. So there's all these incredible moments, and just like Schertz was getting questions in the chat. And here's one of them. Here's let me make sure there's no cursing in this real quick. Actually, here's one of the first questions he got.
When should we book our Final Four tickets, Coach?
That's yeah. Hopefully that'd be great. If you do, let me know. I'll book them with you so we can go. No, it's always. You get a win like that, it's going to be it's a great win. But as we all know, if you lose a game like that, now it's about do you have the maturity to respond and get ready for a good LaSalle team on the road in a game that's not going to have the same level of environment. If you win a game like that, do you have the maturity to handle that appropriately, learn from it, put it aside, and get ready for LaSalle? Because regardless.
And he had a quote there at the very end that I cut off on accident, where he said, it's okay for fans to get drunk over wins like this. Players and coaches have to like keep on going. And he's a guy who understands it. In that moment of him just jumping on, I just thought it was kind of the antithesis. It was kind of the boiled down everything that the Billikens and Josh Schertz are doing right, that was a great example.
He's like, you hear, man of the people. He's a coach of the people. And that's important, especially as you're trying to build a following for a good young team, which, by the way, again, hadn't won at the Siegel Center, right?
0-10.
And they're in control of the game. VCU comes back, and SLU finishes with, what, a 10-0 run?
Yeah, and
I mean,
actually,
that's big.
The crazy thing is they finished both halves on a 10-0 run. And the thing is, there's a new stat that Evan Morikawa, who's a great basketball analytics guy on Twitter, and he created a new stat called kill shots, and he's calling 10-0 runs kill shots. And the Billikens average 1.5 kill shots per game. They've only allowed one against them this entire season, 10-0 run against them. And so last night they literally beat their average. They had 2, and they were quite literally at the end of both halves. That's how you win basketball games. You take a 10-0 run into half. You take a 10-0 run to close the game. It was an unbelievable game. The fact that they had it in their hands for the majority of time was impressive. But the fact that VCU takes their first lead, they only led for 13 seconds of the game. They take their first lead at 62-61 with like 2:17 left in the game. And then they come down there
at home in a place where SLU has never won.
It's rocking. I mean, it was loud as hell over the broadcast. And then Amari McCautry, who is not a very good three-point shooter. He's a great player. He's arguably one of the most talented players on the roster, but shooting is not his thing right now. The example I always give is that when Amari McCautry shoots the ball, it doesn't rotate one full time. He shoots it and it just kind of stays there.
Ball.
Yeah, it's a knuckleball. It doesn't move at all. It just doesn't rotate. So that's not a great thing to have it hit the rim and go down a lot. But he swished it. Nothing but laces for Amari McCautry. SLU takes a 64-62 win and then literally puts pressure to the metal, scores 8 more points. It was incredible. Every part of the Billikens season up until this point, you kind of saw a little piece of that game. Like the defense was obviously the hallmark, which I think is still surprising people. They go to their small ball lineup. They go to they went to multiple different small ball lineups. Amari has a rough game, but he comes in with the biggest shot. At halftime, they had a 8-point lead, and 2 of their best players were scoreless in the first half. Robbie Avila only finishes with 8 points. Last year, SLU won 1 game with Robbie Avila not scoring double-digit points. And it was a game that they had to go into overtime against UMass, and 2 of the players had monster games that game. So it just shows you the Billikens do not win when Robbie Avila has that kind of game. Last year, they lose that game by 15. Easy. They weren't hitting shots. Robbie didn't have a big game. They lose that game almost every single time last year. So for them to win that game on the road, first time ever at Siegel Center, against VCU, which is now a quad 1 win for the Billikens, which may be their only quad 1 win this entire season, we can't underestimate. That is the biggest game of the season, and the way they did it was in massive fashion. They now just have to play out the season like they're supposed to, and they are playing in March.
I have a question.
That's a pretty good breakdown right there from Matthew Rock. I know.
I have a question about Thames.
Yeah.
Because look, they come at you in numbers, and that's their strong suit. Last night they won a game where they don't have to score 100 points, right?
9 players played 19 minutes.
But Thames to me is the guy that pops out because like he gets double-digit rebound. He's 6'5", and he's dunking in traffic.
He had 17 and 10 last night in 22 minutes.
And he's
I saw his highlights on Twitter.
And he's shooting 70% from the field, like 71% because he
doesn't shoot from the field.
But think
lays
about it. 70 he's 6'5". He has no business doing that where the trees are. Right? Do you think he's the guy that's kind of catching more attention on a team where outside of Avila, who everyone knows, they do it in numbers instead of stars?
Kellen's the one that's surprising everybody. And Degenerate Wombat's in here and says, why doesn't Kellen start? Well, because last year, Kellen missed about half the season last year with a health issue that was causing him to cramp up. And so he literally couldn't play like 10 minutes a game last year, or else his body would literally seize up on him. So this year, he got some help. They figured some things out in the offseason, but he's still at this point where he has to monitor his electrolytes and hydration level like to a point every single game. So Schertz literally has to dole out his minutes and very strategically. And so Kellen played 22 last night. I don't know if Kellen can play 25 minutes in a basketball game right now because of the cramping issue he has. And he's out. He's chugging Gatorades. He's chugging pickle juice. He's chugging water.
He's
all
one of
day-
these
all day
hydration packs
long.
I get from First Form, baby.
He's getting IVs and stuff like that throughout the day, but he's still dealing with this issue tertiarily. So he can't really start, because the way that Schertz likes to play his starters is they play the first 7.5 minutes of the game. So if you play Kellen the first 7.5 minutes of the game, you still have 35 minutes of the game where he can only maybe play 15 minutes. So that then you have to do a lot more switching. He can't be in for that long run. He's really key to the small ball lineup I mentioned earlier. So that's why Kellen doesn't start. That's why they have to be so careful with his minutes. But if he was starting, if he was able to play 30 minutes a game, he's the most impactful player in the A10. And no one's
Well, they got to
close
figure
right
out that problem, that cramping problem.
Yeah, but it's a legitimate medical issue.
Like
they
something
are-
in his blood or something.
They are figuring it out.
Okay.
But
It's been ongoing.
Him
Okay.
playing 22 minutes is them figuring out. Last year when they didn't figure it out, he literally
Oh.
didn't play the second half of the season.
Oh, dang.
You're also talking about a team that wins with depth. And so it's actually a good team for him to be on because they don't depend on him. When he's in there, he impacts the game almost immediately. And if you're just a casual fan, he's the guy you will remember because he does things no one else on the court can do.
I mean, and that's the thing is they actually talked about that 71% at the perfect time. They're talking about how he finishes 71% from the field, and he skies up, rips a ball down that was kind of a jump ball for him and the defender. He rips that down, puts it on the floor, beats the guy on the drive, and then as he raises up for the layup, and again, he beat a guy on a drive. There's two people right in front of him. He raises up for this layup, freeze frame, his chin's at the rim.
Yeah, I saw
his
those.
chin's
Yeah.
at the flipping rim, and so like it's like that's how he finishes. That's how he finishes 71% of his shots because he skies over people. He's only 6'6". He's not super long. Like a lot of these guys we talk about when you're 6'6", you have like a 7-foot wingspan. Slew has those guys, but Kellen actually isn't crazy long for his height. He's 6'6", probably with a 6'7" wingspan, but he is the springiest player I've ever seen. Maybe
And
I mean,
fast
it's
jumper
unbelievable.
too. There is difference. Like he's up in a flash. He's like a human pogo stick.
Yep.
We should talk about Missouri because they won a Rupp Arena where they hadn't won. And look, I don't know what Kentucky is. Are usually a powerhouse, as Rock likes to say. They're a blue blood.
They were favored by 12.5 points yesterday.
And but I know that, reading up on them, it may not be the same kind of Kentucky team they're used to fielding, but it's Rupp Arena and it's Kentucky. And Mitchell had a big game, and Stone was big for Missouri. I watched a little of that game. So, do you think first of all, Stone coming back makes them a different team? They were kind of shorthanded, Rock, but the reports of their demise, they beat a very good Florida team. Now they win at Kentucky.
Yeah.
Were they misjudged in the early going?
Well, clearly the injuries affected the team. They didn't have the team that I guess Gates kind of planned for against Illinois when they lose by 40 in the worst loss ever in the bragging rights game. And so all I can say is, yeah, they're a different team. Now I'll be honest. I didn't watch last night's game, obviously, because it was happening at the same time as the SLU game. But I did listen to Grant Salzman and former Mizzou sharpshooter Kareem Rush on the STL Sports Central post game. And yeah, Jaden Stone had a huge game. Ant is kind of picking his game back up. Anthony Robinson, he was a guy who midseason last year, people were like, this guy could go to the NBA draft. And this year he's kind of, his role has shrunk a little bit. Yeah. And so to watch him step back up, be the defensive stopper he is, you combine it with Jaden Stone. As soon as they get healthy, as soon as they maybe get this 3-point shooting a little bit more dialed in, yeah, I think my prediction that they don't make the tournament is going to be wrong.
And Mitchell, I think, who got off to a slow start, to me, is unguardable. Like he can beat you a number of different ways. He has it going. I just thought we should do a little.
No, that was good. Damn good breakdown.
Recap.
No, that was fantastic. Thank you.
Were you pretty pumped up afterwards last night?
Yeah.
How much did you tweet?
I mean, I tweeted a lot for the SLU game.
Yeah.
And also because I was able to do, because it was an away game, I was able to do we were able to do our post game right as the game ended. And then that means I was able to do the Shirts post game presser. And usually right at the last, whenever I do home games, Rammer is my co-host at the home games. So Rammer can't do the post game until after he finishes his interview with Shirts. Yeah. And then Shirts immediately goes and does his post game presser. So I haven't been able to do post game all season pretty much. So yeah, I tweeted a lot from Shirts' presser because I mean he was dropping knowledge. There was a lot of great things.
And full disclosure, Rock, I'm going to say no one on the panel, even at this point, understands what Spaces is.
Yeah,
you still confused,
right? You don't know.
I kind of get it.
No, I think first of all, like the emergence.
I don't know what threads are
the,
either.
The emergence of
Different website. You're fine.
what
Yeah.
STL Sports Central does, the emergence of social media, more things like that crop up. And whoever runs Spaces, that's a very cool thing.
It's on Twitter.
It's on Twitter. Okay.
Yes, you literally can just go on Twitter and say start a space.
But that guy doing that and then having coach
and him
is
jumping in, yeah,
such a cool thing.
And we've been doing and the Billikens fans have been doing spaces. So 3 or 4 years ago, my first year on the beat, an old Post Dispatch writer who now is in Cincinnati doing MLS, Carter Chapley.
I remember him. Good guy.
Carter would do a spaces after every SLU game, every SLU home game, especially after Shirts' presser. He would do one every game. And then I did a couple last year before STL Sports Central started in February. But now obviously we do the post games. It's kind of redundant for me to do them. But West Pine Bills still does them. This was their first of the year. They're going to keep doing them. And it's a lot of fun because it just continues the post game thing. And me and them have a good relationship. So they let me jump on and drop some of the things I said in the post game that maybe people didn't get to hear. I get to use some of that in their spaces. But
they know you're Rockio, not.
Yeah, they call me Rockio.
Okay.
But it was cool too because and then last night, obviously, I didn't ask a question to Shirts when he jumped on the spaces. That would have been unbelievably arrogant.
Yeah. If you would have corrected him on when
that would have been unbelievably arrogant.
It would have made it about you.
But
nothing wrong with that.
To get all the fans asking him questions like that, it's awesome. And listen, he's like that. Like his one time, he was in a presser. And we walk out of his presser, and his wife's sitting right there. And I just go, and she did not. She was like, "Is he done yet?" And I was like, "Yeah, he's done." And I was like, "That one went like 30 minutes." And I was like, "Thank you for sharing him." She goes, "He just wants to talk basketball every freaking day." He was just like, all he does is talk basketball, and he's fantastic. Natalia, his wife, is also one of the sweetest people in the world. His brother also will come around games. They're an awesome family to talk to. They love basketball like to their core. SLU got incredibly lucky. Obviously, they had to sell themselves to him, but the fact that they were able to get Shirts here, and he's already done this in year 2.
He's your favorite person in the world.
Because I was
he
just
doesn't love
freaking
anybody.
say that. I was just going to say that.
Well, I mean, it's hard not.
you're talking about his
this is a
family.
different. I know.
The guy just wants to talk sports.
Wow.
It's more for me that his family just realizes how much of a nerd he is. And his coaching staff's like that too. The coaching staff are awesome to talk to. Zach Bovair is one of his assistant coaches. He's one of the biggest basketball nerds ever. He's always retweeting people who are covering the team and things like that. It's an incredible coaching staff. They get it. That's the bottom line. That's why I brought up the audio. They get it.
Shirts, obviously, Rockio loves them. Because Rock hates a lot of people.
Rock hates everybody.
Love this guy. But
me and
let me
Candy
say,
does. Me and Candy
love you, Matt. Shirts calls him Rokio.
That's a problem.
That's why.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah.
If Shirts only knew how much he loved him.
In an interview on a different radio station.
So funny.
Over on TMA. And then in a post-game press conference that I wasn't at, he referred to me by my last name incorrectly twice. Yeah. And I have no idea how to handle it.
I know.
Because I'm like, I don't actually care that much.
Right.
And it'd be
So
very
funny.
petty for me to bring it up. But at the same time, I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
All I can say, Rock,
I love it.
There's a different aura about him whenever he talks about.
Also because basketball. I also love basketball.
Yeah,
if I could talk basketball every day, I would.
Yeah.
God
You're good
forbid,
at it.
God forbid
Very
I get
good.
my hands on Shirts before anyone else, and I will beg him to keep saying,
Oh, man. No, don't do
I'm
that.
not kidding you.
Look at his smile. Don't do that.
I think it's a fun thing.
It's so
if
funny,
I could
dude.
get to him and say, keep saying Rokio.
You might have to do that just to stir the pot a little bit. Interesting, man. Well, that's cool, dude. And then what Rachel just said that Rock's household had a good basketball night last night. All 3 teams won.
Creighton pulled off a big win against Villanova, which they probably shouldn't have needed to pull it off because they should be much better than Villanova. But yeah, Creighton won, SLU won, Billikens won.
How's Illinois?
And the next one. I know you guys are next fan.
How's Illinois?
Are you a Knicks fan?
Yeah. Are you?
No.
I know.
How in the heck did that come
He
about?
talks about it every day.
I'm a New Yorker. I was born in Manhattan,
Okay.
and my uncle is Mamdani.
Yeah.
No, I was
man.
born in Manhattan. I grew up a Yankees and Knicks fan,
He's an East Coaster.
and then I came here 26 years ago, and now my TV company's bankrupt.
Jitter Wombat is trying to really screw the vibe here. He says, Rokio, do you get the vibe that he's a Pinkle type who won't win here and look to level up? No, I think he's going to win here, and unfortunately, think probably 4 to 6 years at the most.
He's going to win the whole thing.
He'll win a lot here. I have a feeling they probably under him go to a Sweet 16, if not in the Elite 8, and then Josh Schertz will sign a $7 million contract or to $9 million contract with some blue blood. It'll be unfortunate,
and he'll bring Rocchio with him.
You're taking all my lines today.
No, he won't.
I was just
Be quicker. Be quicker.
Oh, I'm staring at his smile. We don't get to see it that much.
He loves this.
Wow.
I love basketball,
Wow.
and they're doing it, and it's just like the perfect it's the perfect confluence of things, which is like it's basketball and it's a coaching staff that literally the first thing when they took over last year, there was an open scrimmage. I walked down to the court because I was going to interview Schertz, and I saw Bovair, and I just was like, hey, Coach Bovair, my name is Matthew Rocchio, and I just kind of talked to him. And he's just like, oh, this entire coaching staff's just a bunch of basketball nerds. And I'm like, that's the only reason why I'm here. He's like, well, we're going to get along great. And I had an hour-long interview with Bovair where he broke down all these incredible X's and O's of basketball. I get to, Schertz gives you these 2-minute-long answers when you ask him a question that are fantastic. Like I asked him last night, this is the first game you really played all 9 players instead of like going 8 deep. What does that mean for your depth? Give me like a 2-minute answer with like 3 incredible quotes in it. I like talking basketball with people who are kind of nerds about it, and they are 100% basketball nerds.
Basketball is my favorite sport. I like the way they dribble up and down the court.
Yeah.
It's the best.
See, I can't.
I'm a basketball nerd.
There's a lot of info going on in there. It's hard to keep up sometimes,
It is, but we just got to let the two of them go.
Just let them go. You got to let them go.
Best sport in my opinion.
We do got a lot of questions for you.
I love basketball.
They want Big City to do the Blue Chew live read.
No.
No, the man is the career.
That's funny. Oh, man. Okay, let's go to break. Let's regroup. We'll be back. Hot Take Central 2.0.
This hour of content on the Lou Information Station is brought to you by Grandpa Pigeons, Johnny Mac's Sporting Goods, and Becky's Carpet and Tile Superstore.
Hey, see that, kids? That's the St. Louis Arch, the gateway to the West.
The Lou Information Station, where we'll always call it Highway 40 or Highway 40 if you're a boomer.
St. Louis expression?
Stream our content 24/7 at louinfo.com. The Lou Information Station.
Introducing the Key STL Burger Bar and Boogie, your new home in the Grand Center Arts District. The Key STL is where the music plays, the game is always on, and the dance floor is open. The Burger Bar features the ultimate smash burger experience with premium pasture-raised local beef and a dozen house-made sauces to top it all off. It's the Key STL Burger Bar and Boogie, 3225 Olive in Midtown. Before, during, or after any game, this is the spot, St. Louis. Find out more at thekeystl.com.
At Commercial Technology Solutions, we are all about solutions. We pledge that our sales staff will listen carefully to your needs and propose a solution customized to your business. Our services and tech support are second to none. When you establish your relationship with Commercial Technology Solutions, you can have confidence that your tech needs are in the hands of St. Louis's best. Contact them in Missouri at 314-421-3550, in Illinois 618-452-3550, and online at ctsphone.com.
I'm Big Toe Media President Dave Green, and for the last few months, I've been telling you about what makes Home Bank different. Local people, local decisions, and real relationships. So let me take that a step further. When you walk into Home Bank, you're not walking into a system, you're walking into a conversation. This is a bank that understands St. Louis because they're part of it. The people making decisions live here, work here, and invest back into the same communities you do. That matters, especially when you need answers, flexibility, and a partner you can trust. Big banks can make promises. Home Bank builds relationships. If you're ready for a smarter, more personal banking experience, I'd encourage you to start that conversation today with Home Bank, the team behind our team. Visit myhomebank.bank or call 855-577-2001. Home Bank, member FDIC. More than a bank, they're your business partner.
Fast Track Auto Transport has been a trusted leader in vehicle shipping for over 25 years, providing reliable, affordable service across the U.S. Fast Track offers fast and safe transportation solutions for individuals, dealerships, fleets, and businesses of all sizes. The Fast Track team prides itself on honest communication, competitive pricing, and real-time tracking, which gives our customers peace of mind from pickup to delivery. Whether you're shipping a single car or managing a large fleet, Fast Track delivers a smooth, hassle-free experience every time. Come see why Fast Track Auto Transport has been St. Louis's go-to company for all your vehicle transport needs for over 25 years. The trusted way, the safe way, the Fast Track way. Visit ftautotrans.com or call 636-677-9004. That's ftautotrans.com or call 636-677-9004.
Introducing the Key STL Burger Bar and Boogie, your new home in the Grand Center Arts District. The Key STL is where the music plays, the game is always on, and the dance floor is open. The Burger Bar features the ultimate smash burger experience with premium pasture-raised local beef and a dozen house-made sauces to top it all off. It's the Key STL Burger Bar and Boogie, 3225 Olive in Midtown. Before, during, or after any game, this is the spot, St. Louis. Find out more at thekeystl.com.
USA Radio News. I'm John Summers. Venezuelan officials say 100 people were killed in Saturday's U.S. raid, which captured President Nicolas Maduro. A large number of the dead include Maduro's security team and some 32 members of the Cuban military and intelligence services working in the country. The Senate set to vote today on a bipartisan resolution which would block President Trump from taking further military action in Venezuela without Congress approval. The resolution needs a simple majority to pass, but even if it does clear the Senate, President Trump could veto it. Minneapolis is a city on edge today after an ICE agent shot and killed a woman from Colorado yesterday. Renee Good was described by some as a legal observer after Homeland Security kicked off what it described as its largest DHS operation ever in the Twin Cities.
The shooting in Minneapolis has become the latest political touchstone, with the left and the right viewing the videos in contradictory ways. Law enforcement officials say that the agent was acting in self-defense, that the woman was trying to run him over. They called the driver a violent rioter, with Donald Trump describing her as violently, willfully, and viciously attacking the ICE officer. Those on the left and protesters say this was murder, with Minnesota's governor, Tim Walz, saying it was a consequence of the federal government trying to generate fear, headlines, and conflict. I'm Nick Harper in Washington.
President Trump will deliver the State of the Union address February 24th.
House Speaker Mike Johnson on Wednesday formally invited Trump to deliver the address before a joint session of Congress on that date. It will be the first time he'll present the annual speech during his second term and the second time he'll address all of Congress since being reelected. I'm Mark Mayfield.
A 29-year-old man in Berlin has been charged after allegedly attempting to stab a 60-year-old wearing a Star of David necklace in a park in June. From America's News Network, USA Radio News.
Commerce moves fast. Your business should too. If you're not on the first page of search results, you're losing customers. Out of sight, out of mind is true. Don't let that be you. iLocal.net has helped local businesses dominate search results since 2009. For a limited time, iLocal.net is offering a free website analysis to improve the online presence of your business. Local business owners across the U.S. turn to iLocal.net to improve their search engine rankings. Search engines are constantly changing their algorithms. You need the professionals who know how to use those changes to benefit your business. Don't hope for new customers. Get found and be chosen. Call 888-699-2407 for your free website analysis. Don't wait. Call 888-699-2407. That's 888-699-2407. For your free website analysis, call 888-699-2407.
News reports on the Lou Information Station are presented by Brown and Crouppen. 222-2222. 222-2222.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war among the major term life companies. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past 2 years. For example, a man age 45 non-tobacco user, $1 million of coverage is only $75 per month, level for the next 10 years. Or a man age 50 non-tobacco user can buy $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of only $110, guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. That's right, level rates for 20 years. And if you're a smoker, we have great rates for you as well. At the Term Lifeline, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. So if you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call right now for a free quote.
Rates and availability may vary by state. Sample rate quotes are based on preferred non-tobacco underwriting exam required to qualify.
800-803-1961. 800-803-1961. 800-803-1961. That's 800-803-1961.
Hi, it's Jennifer Bardot, and I am here with Edward Jones financial advisor Bethany Schell. Bethany, when it comes to choosing a financial advisor, what should people really be asking?
Jennifer, I think the first question is simple. Does your financial advisor take the time to really listen to you? Your goals, your family, your future, it should always be personalized.
So it's not just about numbers?
Exactly. Life changes, and so does your financial situation. You want someone who will be there with you, working with you to help keep your strategy on track.
What if someone is brand new to investing?
That's the best time to start. Use an established process to create a personalized strategy backed by advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we make sure you have access to the information you need when you need it.
I love that. So it sounds like financial planning is really about living life on your own terms.
It really is. I believe feeling rich isn't about hitting a magic number. It's about having financial strategies that support a life you love. Because the key to being rich is knowing what counts. Contact me today at 314-648-2020. This is a paid for ad by Bethany Schell at Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Broadcasting live from the J. Randolph Jr. Studios in Kirkwood.
Yo to the yo to the yo.
KLIS 590 AM, Wood River, St. Louis.
Hockey parents, be honest. Are your tournaments this season feeling a little unpredictable? You've planned the weekend, booked the hotel, hauled the gear. You deserve a tournament provider that's as organized as you are. And that's where Big Bear Tournaments comes in. No guessing games, no mystery matchups. We probably list every registered team right on the website. So you always know exactly who's in your division. There's great competition, clear communication, and zero last-minute surprises. Make your season smoother. Check out your next tournament at BigBearTournaments.com.
The Earl Austin Experience with Earl Austin Jr. Saturday mornings from 9 to 11. Brought to you by Fast Track Auto Transport, St. Louis's go-to company for all your vehicle transport needs. Visit ftautotrans.com or call 636-677-9004.
When it's time to bring the energy, don't fake it. Fuel it. Drink Thunder is the all-natural, plant-based, fruit-based pre-workout drink that gives you real results without the junk. No sugar, no crash, just clean energy, powered by nature, and loaded with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants to help you perform at your best. Go to drinkthunder.com and grab your favorite flavor, orange mango, blackberry lemonade, or strawberry cream. Drink Thunder, the clean way to power your workout. drinkthunder.com.
Tune in each week as STL Sports Central, the Lou Information Station, and the Too Many Men on the Mic podcast present the Mid-States Club Hockey Association Game of the Week. Brought to you by Mattingly Lumber, Vantage Credit Union, Chicken and Pickle, and by the Watson Private Wealth Group at Stiefel. The Lou Information Station presents Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Janssen and Jimmy the Cat Hayes.
Yeah. Hot Take Central 2.0, Cam Janssen, Matthew Rocchio, Jim the Cat Hayes, Matt Adams, all here in Kirkwood, Missouri, J. Randolph Jr. Studios. We're live on YouTube. Check that bad boy out. Go to Lou Info.
What?
Like Lou Info. Like, subscribe. Like and subscribe. Chat away. A lot of people has questions for you, Maddie. Let's see. Ooh,
People love big city.
God dang.
People
man
do
of the
love.
people, Cat.
Remember when you came back to the ballpark and you were in the stands and, and people went crazy?
I mean, I had guys.
We love city. We love city.
Cat.
Not as much
Unless
as
he
shirts.
beats me in arm wrestling.
Wait, Rocky,
Yeah.
do you love Matt Adams as much as shirts?
Oh,
Yes, of course. Absolutely. You like
if he
basketball?
does, you better like. Good God.
That was going back to me taking in a baseball game at Busch as a fan. I had guys that I played with from both teams come up and give me fist bumps through the netting.
I saw that.
They were in the on-deck circle going up to bat. Freddie Freeman, Colton Wong, they're going up to taking a bat in a Major League Baseball game, and they like came over and like fist bump as
people love City.
I'm like, this is amazing.
Freddie Freeman, is he cool, Cat?
It's awesome.
Yeah, I heard he's like really he drinks the best wine, the best everything.
Big wine
He is
guy.
a down to earth dude.
Yeah, Freddie
He is a really cool guy.
Freddie's awesome.
Good
Look,
player.
You know what my favorite big city moment, then we could take the questions for a big city, is when you came back to the Cardinals and it was LA, right?
Yep.
And there's Adam's jersey in his locker. And I walk in and I think it was just you and me at the time.
It was.
And I saw you looking at your jersey because you're a Cardinals guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell
And
yeah.
there it was, and you were back. It was just a great moment.
But what was so cool, and like I don't know if people like put two and two together, but like I made my debut in Dodger Stadium, Sunday Night Baseball, ESPN, and then I got traded back, and I got traded back, and my first game back with the Cardinals was in Dodger Stadium. So it was like kind of a cool like full circle moment. But I like at heart, I'm a Cardinal.
Always will be, even though the Nats will try to claim you.
Well, that's just because I won a World Series with them, but I'm a Cardinal.
Good.
Hell yeah, baby.
All right, what are the
Hell
questions?
yeah, baby. They want to know what you think of Clayton Kershaw getting pissed at the Cardinals for showing that video of him
running the video.
What do you think of that?
I think Kershaw is just a massive competitor. So I think like if the roles were reversed, I think I would be a little bit pissed too.
So is that frowned upon? Because if I'm Clayton, I wouldn't even care.
I don't know
right?
if I wouldn't say it's frowned upon. Like I think it's just the Cardinals having fun and like trying to like get an edge up on like, you know, Kershaw. Like he was pitching that day. Like I don't think it was wrong. I just think they
always do that.
Yeah,
Don't you
I
think even at the Blues games they play before highlights of games?
It's not really a Cardinals thing that they would.
That,
normally
yeah,
do.
that like
And
it's
okay.
He's getting look. He's a really good guy. Like you don't hear bad things from his team.
He's an awesome guy.
But he did throw a ball at Phil Nichols, our shooter. Do you know Phil? The
No.
guy who's on the field shooting all the
Oh
time.
yeah.
Good dude.
Yeah.
I mean, he's ripped because he did hardest worker I ever knew.
Yep.
And he's just getting some shots of Kershaw before a start, warming up. And I guess he was ticked already, and he threw a ball at Phil
On purpose?
On purpose, not to necessarily hit him, but just to scoot
to
him
make a
along.
point, yeah.
Yeah. And then yeah.
But I mean, like, he's given up a lot of runs in that stadium. So I think anytime he steps foot in that stadium, I think he's gonna.
Guys are more. These athletes that act tough, they're not as tough mentally as you think. Even if they act on it, all the little stuff gets to them. You know, a lot of stuff.
And I
to
think
you.
that's just. I think the Cardinals were trying to get an edge that day. They knew that they were going up against a good pitcher, and they were trying to, get under his skin a little bit. And I think it worked. But I think it worked.
We're all wimpy at times.
Kershaw's favor too, because he came out and threw a pretty good game that day.
Yeah, see, sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
So, like, you
So
you
you
kind of
gotta-
jinx yourself a
yep,
little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, I get that, man. So, what's your favorite restaurant in Clayton? You got a lot of options, dude.
Jeez, I know.
A lot of good stuff, dude.
I would have to say my wife and I's favorite restaurant right now is Wright's Tavern.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do they got? What do they got? I'm starving.
Well,
Gino, bring some.
They got, first of all, Wright's Tavern is part of Matt McGuire's little empire, I should
Matt
say.
McGuire's an awesome guy, by the way.
He's the coolest.
awesome.
Because so his first thing was Louis on Demund, which we've talked about a lot.
Louis is another good one.
We go to Louis about once every 2 or 3
Yeah.
months. We have to. It's incredible. Then they opened Wright's Tavern, which is a lot smaller. Same thing where the only way to get a reservation is midnight on the first of the month. They open up the reservations for a month out.
Oh,
so you gotta be on your game to get the reservations. And they also opened up Box Hill next to Wright's
That's
Tavern,
amazing.
which is a little shop you can go to. But did you see the news here? A fourth thing's coming, which is the old Starbucks right there at Whiteout in Clayton. He's taking that over and he's making a cafe that's going to serve coffee and pastries from 7 a.m. to 2 a.m. This is going to be called Gigi after his mom.
No
it's going to be a cafe.
way.
Gigi Ping?
Just wait. And then at 4 p.m., it's going to open up for early dinner. and it's going to be the chef from Louis who does all the pizza. So they're going to have takeout options for Louis Pizza from this new place called Gigi right there on Clayton and Wydown. So he's got now 4 things going in this big like Louis Wright's Tavern.
That's amazing
empire.
because that building has been empty
Yep.
forever.
Yep. And
So
it's right there in a perfect spot. And so they'll have a little breakfast. They'll have a little dinner. It's and again, the Box Hill's great. That Louis sweater I wear, that big navy sweater with Louis across it. We got it from Box Hill. You can buy like Louis Burrata at Box Hill.
It's good to
It's
see
incredible.
that happening in Clayton because every time I get up in the morning, I put on Channel 2 for a little bit. A lot of these restaurants are closing, man, all over the place. Like bam, 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 bam. Even Steve's Hot Dogs, I closed down something. High Point is shutting down because a lot of times, you put all these high points everywhere. I don't know.
Hey, you want to know what's a great my go-to cheat meal right now? Carl's Drive-In Burger.
God, yeah.
Excellent.
Damn right.
Wow.
God, it's been around for a while. My dad used to take me there back in the day when we would go to the Blues games. We'd come back and hit that up.
Yeah.
Damn good.
And you know what? A real example of Carl's Drive-In, got to give credit. I'm blanking on his name, but back in 2019, Frank had him in Cusimano when he was doing his show here.
Yeah.
A young kid in his early 30s bought Carl's Drive-In and kept the same staff, all the people who worked there every day. He kept the same staff, but he took it over from the family that was running it for the last five decades, and he's kept the same thing rolling. So now that's an incredible story because sometimes all these places are closing like crazy right now.
Yeah.
But to see a long-term place like that just pick up with a new generation of ownership that's passionate about it, that keeps the same people on, doesn't jack the prices up, absolutely incredible.
Rock, what's your go-to? Sorry, Kat. I got it. This stuff on my mind. What's your go-to appetizer at Louis?
So if it's the weekend, we do the burrata, which is always their weekend special, and that's just amazing.
What is it?
A burrata, it's a cheese, and they give you a couple pieces of bread. It's a big ball of cheese that's warmed up. So you cut it open and then you scoop it out and you spread it on the bread. It's incredible.
Someone should bring that in.
They fly the burrata in from Italy. They fly the burrata in from Italy every week, and then it's just their weekend special appetizer. It's every weekend, and then if it's a weekday, we've changed things up. We now go margarita pizza for the table the appetizer move.
What about the prosciutto?
The prosciutto and the ham.
Prosciutto.
So every summer they get the peaches added to it. And Rachel goes nuts. When
Rock
it's
lives the high
when
life.
it's the prosciutto and ham, and it's the summer, and they add the peaches.
He knows the whole menu.
We're getting that every time.
He's a great coupon guy.
Wow.
Hey,
have you changed?
Cam.
What about you? What's yours?
Prosciutto.
Ham.
Yeah.
Whole menu.
But you gotta go
please.
Wright's Tavern. You gotta go. They have a killer pork chop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
You ever have Tucker's pork chop? Tucker?
No, I haven't. But I've seen you post
See,
that.
that help
thing.
when they post food.
It's the best ever anywhere in the
Really?
world.
Okay,
You
now-
just posted it not too long ago.
I would
It
put that
looked
up
good.
there instead of a fine. We have great steak places in
Yeah.
St. Louis. I would put that up with any of them, just the pork chop.
It's a fatty.
But for a burger, the Village Pub on
Village
Manchester.
Village Bar, just
Really?
just up the street. Right, if you go up Manchester that way,
Yeah.
just before you hit Ballas in the mall, it's right. It's just on the right before you hit that last little cemetery.
Is
church.
it the little red,
Yes,
it's the
barn
old-
looking?
yeah,
building?
from the 1800s.
Okay,
So
okay,
good.
okay,
From the
okay.
1800s.
And my kid pointed this out. No disrespect to anyone, but if it's the guy with the beard on the grill, the burgers are even better. But atmosphere is great. It's like old school,
Good to know.
crinkle cut fries and
Hey,
great burgers.
Nothing better than crinkle cut fries with a side of cheese sauce.
Yeah.
Now you're taking me back. To
I don't like those burgers as much, to be honest with you. They're the old-fashioned kind where they're thick and they got the 2 white pieces of bread that kind of are toasted, but not really. And it's pretty simple.
Wait, where? What? Village?
At the Village.
2 pieces of toast.
Yeah, but it's
Comes
not
on a bun.
Yeah, it's kind of that thicker. I don't know. It's old school. It's like
Yeah.
the old school burger from back
You know
in
what
the
it's
day.
like? It's like a bowling alley cheeseburger, which are great.
I haven't been in a while. Maybe I'm wrong on that. but-
Now,
Yeah, but smash burger, you
Yeah,
can't
that's
go
what I-
wrong with a good
that's what I
smash
like.
burger.
for me, it writes that I like the menu is obviously incredible, but the things that knock my socks off, it's that at the end of the meal, you're either picking between
Oh, you got to
the
go
sundae,
Yeah,
but have you had the wedding cake yet?
No.
Oh, I tell you this right now. Sit with my girlfriend and her parents. We order the wedding cake for dessert, and I looked at them both. And I just go, if I ever lock this up, we cool with this being the wedding cake? And they were like, yes, it's the
No
best. It's some of the
way.
best wedding cake.
We
I've ever had in
talking
my
about the
entire
really
life.
expensive place again?
Yeah, right, Stan.
All right.
Right.
Who are you chirping on the text line here?
Okay,
Who are you
so
going back
if you
and
guys want
forth
to go
with?
into this? There's a listener from STL Sports Central, and his name is Henry Wells on the chat.
Welcome,
And-
Henry.
Hey, Henry.
Welcome.
So what Henry did is that Henry's a surprisingly young cat. He's like 27 or 28, and he lives up in Chicago, but he's a diehard Cardinals fan. And he came into the chat one day because I made a comment about Cardinals fans who refer to themselves as BFib being a little bit kind of a self-congratulatory hand job a little bit. And he's been really angry at me ever since that first.
You were hard on the fans, Rockio.
And he says I hate Cardinals fans. I make fun of them for going to games. And I'm simply saying I don't think I've ever made fun of any for going for games.
Going on and
I
on.
make fun of Cardinals fans who do the BFib thing because I grew up in a household where I was raised under that mindset. And then I went to college, and I remember the first time I ever called St. Louis fans the best fans of baseball, and I realized, oh God, I sound like the most pompous loser who has ever done this before. I thought I sounded such like a little nerd. And I was like, yeah, I probably need to pull back on this thing. It's a fun St. Louis thing, but like, and so Henry Wells has been mad at me from that moment.
Well, you are on the multiple STL talk shows, and you rip the fans in this town, the best fans in this town, your little shite who just craps on the Cardinals. You didn't even go to a Busch Stadium last year and embarrassing yourself for ripping. I mean, God.
Can I say this?
I
though?
butchered that.
The
But
BFibs, that was Joe Strauss who came up best fans in baseball, kind of putting in under one umbrella,
the mocking term.
But the truth is, and I used to be a rights holder, maybe still, I don't know, but and I've worked in other markets. Cardinal fans.
Oh, you're a rights holder.
Are
Oh,
great.
he's again.
Matt Adams.
I'm not saying they're not great. That's the thing.
I'm not saying you are. I'm just telling you my
There's a
opinion.
line.
I'm just telling you, Cardinal fans travel, use every city. There's some cities when the home team isn't playing, there's more Cardinal fans. Yeah. Cardinal fans are great. And I understand, the BFib thing. And look, and last year there was a bit of an uprising with Cardinal fans. They wanted to send a message. We want this team to be better. I get that too. I never second guess fans because it's their money they're spending. Do what you want to do.
That's the thing is like
I don't like it when they yell personal things.
No.
Boo, don't show up.
I
It's
do.
your money.
I don't
But
judge people for
tell me
not showing up.
about Cardinal fans. You played for other teams. What is your opinion of Cardinal fans? Understanding you'd also like to be employed in the St. Louis area.
No, I like to your point. They travel better than most fan bases I've been around, seen, whatnot. They I don't want to use the term, but they are better than most fan bases in Major League Baseball.
God, yes.
And you want to say the best, but you don't want Rocky.
Yeah, I don't want
my
Rock
thing
coming
is,
at
like,
me.
It's an incredible fan base. And listen, here, the funny thing is, like on HTC, not HTC, sorry, on the Randy Carricker show over on STL Sports Central, every show is like 35 minutes of Cardinals talk and then 15 minutes of other stuff because that's what people want to hear about in St. Louis. I have no issue with people being Cardinals fans or being diehard fans. It's just that being like, well, we're the best fans. It's just like I have a feeling Philly fans probably think that about themselves. I have a feeling, there's other really rabid fan bases, Dodgers fans, Giants fans. Hell, Mariners fans are probably pretty confident in how much they've stuck with their team while they've never actually won a championship. Like there are incredible fan bases across the country, and so I think Cardinals fans and the reason why I kind of mocked him a little bit is because he would get mad and be like, all these people who doubt the Cardinal way will never die. The Cardinals are going to be great this year. And it's just like, listen, it's fun to be a fan, but like on that show, I'm trying to have a logical conversation about reality. And the reality of the situation is the Cardinals aren't going to be very good this year. The reality of the situation is there are a lot of great fan bases, and I have no problem with people doing the BFib thing. The reason again is from a personal experience of growing up being told that by my parents. I mean, my parents are 100% the people I am kind of making fun of who said it without any irony. They said it and believed it when they said it, when they told me that as a kid. You are part of the best fans in baseball. We cheer when somebody makes a good play. So all that kitschy stuff. But I do kind of think, first of all, that was back in the 90s. It might have been real. It's not real in 2025 as much anymore because fans all over America have become passionate, have become better fans. root for the same kind of things the Cardinals fans do. It might have been true for a little bit. I'm not saying
Yeah,
it's
but
not true.
this
It's
guy
an
just had a
incredible
tough
fan base.
upbringing with
I
his
agree with
parents.
him. It's an incredible fan base. My parents are
Big City
lovely
just said it,
people.
but look,
But as soon as you get away from St. Louis, you realize how ridiculous it is.
He travels.
Colin Henry.
I'm aware of that.
He was on other teams.
I know
I've traveled to every stadium.
And
They're great
listen,
fans.
I agree with him. There's probably 15
The-
fan bases that are crappy.
the
But there's
coolest
other good
part-
ones.
Like whenever I got traded back after we played the I think I was only there for one game in Dodgers, and then we went to Colorado. I had no business getting a standing ovation. At home, whatever. I got a standing ovation in Denver. My first game back with the Cardinals in Denver. And I'm like that just doesn't happen. And I was not a superstar.
Cardinal fans never forget.
They don't forget.
They don't.
And I will say this, because you don't get to be an alderman, which I was, and you don't get to be the future lieutenant governor of the great state of Missouri, as I will be, by not being a common ground guy. And in his diatribe right there, Rocky did say Cardinal fans are great fans. So, Henry, you and Rockio have common ground on which to build your relationship. And thank you, Matt Adams, for bringing us together.
My problem now. Problem now with Henry is that he's just lying about things. He goes. You and Randy yourself had a segment where it was, have the Cardinals ever been in a worse state? Listen here, man. I pride myself on not sucking at this job. If I ever wrote a headline as bad as "Have the Cardinals ever been in a worse state?" I would walk into the ocean. Like that's never been a headline on a Randy Carricker show because it's a pretty crappy headline. Be honest about the criticism. You can be mad and you can point out the same thing he's always pointed out in the chats.
I think
people all around baseball call him the best fans.
I think we got to bring Henry in the studio.
I know. Henry, call
face to face.
Oh, yeah, he can call
Let's
in
go.
the show. Yeah, Henry,
they
call
should
in the
be
show.
going toe to toe instead of us.
Exactly.
855-282-8255. Call in, Henry.
I was just sent an article about SLU basketball that was in the Post-Dispatch. Shirts said Cardinal fans are the Cardinal fans are the best fans in baseball.
Well, Josh,
it says it right there.
Josh pulled back on the little self-congratulatory hand job just to get some fans.
I made that up anyway.
Hey, Jimmy's had some funny articles about him lately. AI articles people are posting. Oh yeah,
really?
dude.
On
Yeah.
Facebook.
Yes.
It's
hilarious.
This AI stuff
It's
is
scary.
getting outrageous.
Scary.
It is scary.
And they weren't negative, which is good.
So someone wrote,
but it was weird
because it was a big thing. We don't know what's going to happen. We didn't know at that point was going to happen, where in cost cutting, they were just going to move the host on the road, which could happen. And I was going to have some games cut. And this Facebook thing said that Jim, in the middle of taping a show, stopped reading the teleprompter and said, "You know what? It's time for me to make way for younger people." I never said that.
No.
And it was like,
you would never think
it was
that
well
way.
written, and it wasn't mean. It was just like explaining why I'm not on some of the road games. It wasn't true. It was fake. The whole thing I could tell was AI written. And then there was something about me having a health problem with my throat that I might have to scale back.
So then we think that maybe it's somebody that listened to the previous show we had, Hot Take Central 1, because that was when COVID came around and Jimmy was coughing like a son of a bitch. Horrible coughs. He had it bad. So maybe there's a connection there, but somebody's doing it.
Yeah.
I wonder who it is.
Yeah, we got to.
I wonder if we know who it is.
Because Kat definitely knows who.
And
it
then
is.
maybe they keep
no.
getting
I'm
weirder.
saying, but nobody knows who this person generating the AI, reports for you. But I think if the person's name came out, I think you would know.
Yeah, that's what.
Oh yeah, I guarantee you.
Yeah.
Maybe not, but they're not mean. Like Cam said, they could say Hayes rips Cardinal ownership or something.
Hayes kicked dog.
Whatever. But they don't. It's almost like they're nice-hearted.
If it was mean, you want to know who I think it would be?
Who?
Lance Lynn.
But if it was really mean, people would be like, this is fake. But if it was just a little subtle things here and there, maybe people would pick up on it. But that's 2 so far. So I wonder if we're gonna. Oh, what's up then? Is it Henry? What's up, Henry? What's going on, baby? See, I like you. I like when people go toe to toe with
Thank you
Rock.
for visiting.
Thank you for
Henry?
listening. What's up, baby?
That the reason, Rock, dude, the reason why Cardinal fans are the best, it's not some pompous, self-serving thing. Just like the fans decide how they spend their money this past year. Cardinals had 2+ million fans this past year. Only the Dodgers have a longer streak. Diehards are still showing up, and we are still emphatically Cardinal fans. We are a religious fan base. We do not. It's a generational thing. My grandmother was a Cardinals fan.
Every team is fan base.
Generational. And I went to 76 games, dude. When you are at 76 games last year, and I'm the guy with the flag behind the Cardinal dugout every goddamn game almost, and it's 90 degrees out, and then you have to go to the post game and you hear, well, the Cardinals haven't, they're in the same state as the 70s, and no one, all the people who are staying home have a right to stay home. They have a right to stay home. No one wants to see Busch Stadium like that. And all season, it wasn't, when the season started, there was no massive change like there usually is from off-season conversation to the season. There wasn't talk of, hey, this guy went 3 for 5 today. This guy went, how the actual game was. Half the show devolves into Busch Stadium's empty. The Cardinal way is dying. This win is just so means they need to rebuild, tear it down over and over again. And that's immensely frustrating for a team that prides itself on winning. The last thing I'll say is, we constantly hear, oh, we need an actual team who can go far and actually contend like the Dodgers. 2015, man, we won 100 games. We rested our players. The final season was in Philly. We rested all of our starters to get ready for the NLDS. We dropped all 3 games in Philly. We rested our starters, and Chicago beat us in the NLDS. That was a powerhouse team. We had one of the best rotations in baseball, and we got crushed in the first round. Not crushed. We won 1 game, but it was so disheartening for an 100-win team to get beat by a young Cubs team and then see the Cubs win the World Series the next year. So this whole thing, this constant railing against win and get in, when our past 2 championships, 11 and 06, were both 06 is holds the record for the team with the least amount of wins to win a championship. 11, we slipped in the same thing. Now, I'm not saying that's always the model. I'm not saying that, you always have to do that, but I am saying waiting till 2029 or 2030 or these numbers that constantly get thrown out. Cardinals fans don't want to wait three years for us to contend. And there's a lot of passion here.
Yeah, I agree with Henry. Henry is 100% correct. Henry's right. Henry's right. Henry's right.
None of that's wrong. It's just I'm talking about a reality. And first of all, I've never said the Cardinals
King Henry
aren't going to compete until 2029 or 2028. I consistently have said that the goal is to compete in 2028. With the caveat being I don't know if there's going to be a season in 2027. Listen, I mean, I don't think at any point we criticized fans for not showing up or made fun of the fans who did show up. The passion's there, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think the BFIP thing, I think has become a little bit of a joke because of my personal experiences around it and things like that. It doesn't mean fans aren't great. It doesn't mean there's anything, I'm trying to make fun of the fans who go. Those people are incredible, and the fan base is incredible and things like that. On the post-game thing, I think the mood of them, especially in those post games, it's a lot of the times it's controlled by the fans. We want the shows to be interactive. We want people like you to jump in. And a lot of the fans this entire season were super negative. And on a lot of those Cardinals post games, I was running background and I wasn't always hosting them. It was tons of negative comments, and a lot of the comments both during the shows and after the fact were that the hosts were being too nice, and the hosts weren't bashing the Cardinals, and the hosts weren't in the car because they would point out the positives. When Nolan Gorman's going on his little run in the middle of the season, that was a topic that was brought up almost every post game, and yet there was a lot of chatters, not hosts. There was chatters who said, "I don't care if Nolan Gorman is having a good week. He sucks." There was a lot of negativity around the team right now. I would argue against you that STL Sports Central was the reason or cause of that negativity. We were a host of it because a lot of fans were pissed off, and we want fans getting involved. But I don't think our hosts were the ones who were constantly being negative, mainly because I was reading the chats, and a lot of them were bashing our hosts for pointing out the little positives when the Cardinals would lose 7-3 because Miles Michaelis gets shellacked for 6 runs. That was something that happened over and over and over again. I don't think I've ever made fun of Cardinals fans. I've made fun of worshiping the B-fib factor, and I think those are two very different things.
Well said, my
All right,
friend.
let me give you this. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead, Henry, because you were kind of winning.
Okay. Yeah, let me give you this, Rock. Saturday night, Cubs win. Cardinals win at home. It's a Saturday night. It's a huge win on national television. I can't forget the date, but we won. We beat the Cubs in a series at home on Saturday night. All right, post-game show. You get on the post-game show, and I don't think it was you. I don't remember exactly who it was. It was you guys flipped the post-game people around a lot. It's a rotating schedule. And it's not just St. Louis Sports Central. I am not saying, I want to be very clear, the entire collective press from the Post-Dispatch, everybody at KMOX, like the negativity has been, I'm not just saying St. Louis Sports Central only bashes the Cardinals and you guys have bad hosts. I'm saying collectively the Cardinals are getting a lot of bad press, and it's really hard for diehard Cardinal fans like myself. Going back to that Saturday night with the Cubs, we get this amazing clutch win. We are not out of it yet. And it's like, I don't know. Will this be enough? Or, they have to keep this up. They have to, there's constant doubt, even if they get a clutch win. So you're talking about Miles getting blown up on the moon. Well, dude, it's still a doubt of, we need to rebuild. It's not good enough. And McGreevy goes out there and he fucking deals. Sorry.
Whoa.
He deals.
Whoa.
Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Pardon my language. But he goes out there and deals. And that's what I want people to be excited about. Like, focus on you. I know you like the young guys. And I know, I'm a big Nato head. I love Nato. I totally understand why the Cardinal fans, a lot of them want a younger guy at third base. We can't, my thing is, we can't eat the money, dude. It's so much money to eat just to release him. If we can't find a deal for him, it's really tough for us to just pay him not to play so a younger guy can get a third baseman, especially when it's a Hall of Famer. I know it's so tough, dude, to be in this situation. We signed Brett Cecil. He was an awful signing. I've been around.
Bad body, too.
So I know how tough this is to be in this spot where we don't have a bunch of young guns and we're trying to get younger.
All right, Henry, hold on.
King.
Just hear me out. First of all, thank you for joining the show. Do you feel like you and Rockio are now in a better place and that you understand each other's points of view? Do you feel like this was productive?
Yes, I do.
There you go.
That's
Nice.
what we do.
Nice.
That's what we do.
Future Lieutenant Governor. Henry, thank you for calling
Henry.
in.
You're the man.
We appreciate your point of view.
Sorry, guys, for swearing. Thank
You're
you
good,
so
homie.
much.
Yep.
I never
See
do
ya.
that, but you're good.
We bring people
See,
together.
that's what we do on this here show. Bring
Love
everybody
it.
together. Yeah, and Rocky,
Send us to Gaza.
You need to stop being so negative.
I
need to cheer up a little bit. Be how you were today.
No,
I like that smile, the glee he had.
Yeah, it's because I was
If
talking about a team that was winning. That's winning. The Bills are 14-1.
Shirts.
And you love shirts.
You love him.
Like the Cardinals were a real
Shirts loves the Cardinals.
the definition of an
He
average
loves
team
somebody.
last year, and like a lot of McGreevy's starts came after they kind of the pendulum swung and they were below 500. Starting in middle of July, that's when we started getting a lot of McGreevy.
He's a fan, that guy.
I'm pretty damn sure though
There's a lot of them.
post game
Yeah.
he's talking about where they beat the Cardinals or they beat the Cubs on Saturday night. I'm 90% sure that was a fairly positive post game because
I don't know.
we had circled that series and the Cardinals take that game from them. They obviously lose the series the next day, 2 games out of 3. But at that point, Cubs were at like 50 something wins. Cardinals won their 48th game. Like there was still a legitimate discussion about as long as these guys keep hitting, if Jordan Walker can keep hitting, if Nolan Gorman comes back and keeps hitting, if all these pitchers stay solid, and obviously they did not, they could have kept winning, but that didn't happen.
Rooster says that guy might be the best Cardinal fan in baseball, and he might be right. And there's a lot of them. Look, it is funny because I do think, look, the media sometimes reflects the feeling of the fan base. And it became a thing to say this team isn't good enough. I'm not giving the Cardinals my money anymore. I'm not disputing ever what a fan decides. It's their money. And I do think the media started reflecting on that a little bit more. And generally speaking, the media in St. Louis follows the fans, and generally fans are more upbeat because Cardinals are generally good, Blues generally good. So I do think last year was kind of a different year, and now they're in a reset. So we'll see how it goes. I think it's up to Chaim Bloom to make sure that while building for the future, this year's team is entertaining and fun for the fans, and I think he realizes that.
Well, that was nice. I thought that all worked out.
Yeah.
It did. It did. Civil.
Yeah.
He did throw a couple F-bombs out. No big deal.
Yeah, he hit the one. We got it.
We got it. That's what we do.
He was,
Got
a lot less slanderous once he was on the air.
By the 22nd, we're all going to party at the Key, by the way. The Key STL Burger Bar and Boogie, your new home in the Grand Center Arts District.
Big City, too. He's coming.
I said that.
And again, guys, the Key's great, especially if you're going to get down to a Billikens game because they're killing it this year. The Key's right across the street from the main parking garage, right there, just across Olive. It's an incredible location. Perfect place to get burgers before or after a slugger.
And easy to park, too, by the way. The Key STL, where the music plays, the game is always on, and the dance floor is open. The burger bar features the ultimate smash burger. We just talked about that.
Oh, yeah.
With premium pasture-raised local beef and a dozen house-made sauces to top it all off. And we can't wait for you to try it and hang out with us when we do our show live the night of Thursday, January 22nd from 6 to 8. Make your plans now to join us at the Key on the 22nd. You have to see this place, and you have to try the food. It's the Key STL Burger Bar and Boogie, 3225 Olive in Midtown, before, during, or after any game. This is the spot, St. Louis. Find out more at thekeystl.com.
A huge smash burger menu.
Yeah.
I'm going to have 2, and I'm going to be chewing on the air, and I don't care what anyone says.
Are the Billikens home that night?
No, not that night. No, unfortunately. We will be down there though. I think for a Billikens home game at some point this season.
Nice.
The Key STL suite, and there is a little breaking news here to go into break. The Dolphins have fired head coach Mike McDaniel.
Knew that was
He
coming.
felt. Do you watch football?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It's easy. I love it.
He lost control.
He
Yes, he
did.
did.
He did. He lost that clubhouse for
He
sure.
looked like a child
Right.
after
Yeah.
a while.
Yeah.
They were saying that he could move up and be GM. Didn't we?
He said that.
discuss
No. He was going to be he was supposed to be in the for the Dolphins' new GM.
Okay.
Despite the fact that he was obviously his head was on the
'Cause
chopping block. Seemed like a weird move.
I didn't believe that because I thought he was
I also now think
destined
that
to be out.
this maybe proves the thing we talked about yesterday, which was Jim Harbaugh's agent saying after he was fired by the Ravens that he'd been contacted by 7 NFL teams.
There you go.
There were 6 other openings in the NFL when that happened, and now there's a 7th. And something tells me this might have been the team that called Harbaugh, who had not yet fired their coach.
Seems like a good fit. They need something. And he was a darling in the early going. Then he lost control.
Yeah, he was.
Let's take a break and let's come back. We'll talk more about the Cam versus Matt Adams challenge.
I thought it was you versus Henry now. Okay, we'll be back. Hot Take Central 2.0.
St. Louis, meet your new daily companion, the Lou Information Station app. Listen live anywhere, anytime with one click. Dive into live or on-demand content. It's the fastest way to stay connected to the conversations that matter in the Lou. Just search Lou Information Station in the App Store or Google Play and download it free today. The Lou Information Station app. Crystal clear St. Louis talk 24/7. The Earl Austin Experience with Earl Austin Jr. Saturday mornings from 9 to 11. Brought to you by Fast Track Auto Transport, St. Louis's go-to company for all your vehicle transport needs. Visit ftautotrans.com or call 636-677-9004.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision. It should not be based solely on advertisements.
Not sure how to get a lawyer after an accident? Call Brown & Crouppen. We'll walk you through it. Worried it'll cost too much? Here's a fact. At Brown & Crouppen, you pay nothing up front, and we never get paid unless you do. When you're our client, you'll have all your questions answered, all for free. Hurt? Get the facts and help you need. Call Brown & Crouppen now.
Tune in each week as STL Sports Central, the Lou Information Station, and the Too Many Men on the Mic podcast present the Mid-States Club Hockey Association Game of the Week. Brought to you by Mattingly Lumber, Vantage Credit Union, Chicken and Pickle, and by the Watson Private Wealth Group at Stifel. LouInfo.com news headlines. Brought to you by Brown & Crouppen, 222-2222.
Your LouInfo.com news report. The city of St. Louis has adopted a new neighborhood plan called A Stronger North Side, aimed at guiding recovery and long-term investment after the May tornado. The plan focuses on the Ville, the Greater Ville, and Kingsway East areas. It'll help stabilize housing, support small businesses, and coordinate public and private investment. Police are investigating a shooting that left one person injured in South St. Louis. The shooting happened around 12:30 Wednesday morning in the 3700 block of South Grand Boulevard near Winnebago Street in the Gravois Park neighborhood. Police say a 30-year-old man was shot in the chest and should recover. The investigation is ongoing. St. Louis is preparing for a major economic boost as the U.S. Figure Skating Championships get underway this week at the Enterprise Center. The event is expected to draw around 60,000 fans, generating an estimated $20 million in economic impact and $1 million in tax revenue. Thousands of visitors will be in downtown St. Louis through Sunday. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com and the free Lou Info app, I'm Jen Austin.
Now, LouInfo.com weather, presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports, anytime, anywhere.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. Showers and thunderstorms. Pretty good possibility today. We have low pressure from the Central Plains moving in. Our afternoon high of the mid-60s, and wind will be gusty. Windy overnight. Some showers and thunderstorms till about midnight. Will drop to about 50 on the low. Mix of sun and clouds and mid-50s Friday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com and the free Lou Info app.
Joined now by the boss, Dave Green. Dave, we're building something pretty special here, but running a growing media company takes more than great content. Tell us why you chose Home Bank for your business banking.
For us, it's all about relationships. With Home Bank, we're not just an account number. We know the people there, and they know us, our goals, and where we're headed. That personal connection makes all the difference.
Greener, when you say relationships, what does that really look like?
They not only know my name, Cam, they know our business. And when I need something, whether it's a phone call or a text, weekday or weekend, morning or night, I get a response from someone I know and help with whatever I need.
That's huge. And for a business like ours, you need a bank that can move at the pace you're moving.
Exactly. We're in a fast-changing media world, and Home Bank has been a steady partner through it all.
Home Bank is a team behind our team. Visit myhomebank.bank or call 855-577-2001.
Home Bank, member FDIC. More than a bank, they're your business partner.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war among the major term life companies. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past 2 years. For example, a man age 45 non-tobacco user, $1 million of coverage is only $75 per month, level for the next 10 years. Or a man age 50 non-tobacco user can buy $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of only $110. Guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. That's right, level rates for 20 years. And if you're a smoker, we have great rates for you as well. At the Term Lifeline, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. So if you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call right now for a free quote.
Rates and availability may vary by state. Sample rate quotes are based on preferred non-tobacco underwriting exam required to qualify.
800-803-1961. 800-803-1961. 800-803-1961. That's 800-803-1961.
Back to more of Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Janssen and Jimmy the Cat Hayes.
These two men here, are they with you?
On the Lou Information Station, streaming 20 at louinfo.com.
Woo! 946, baby. Kirkwood, Missouri. Rocky and Jim are going at it. Hasn't happened in a while. What just happened?
I said I like John Boy Media, though they should pay their interns.
Yeah.
And the argument I've had with Rock is taking a quote that someone else put where you don't know the context.
What happened
and
was,
then building a whole narrative on it is incorrect.
Here's why Jim's being a hypocrite. What happened was in June and July, I would post clips of the city game. I would post a clip of a play, and I would then I would slow it down. I would pause it. I'd add arrows and stuff to show what was happening. Jim then said, if you're not taking that video yourself, you can't do that.
Find the clip.
But you told me if I'm not taking the video myself, I'm not.
I argued with you about things on the inner working of a team, about what this. You're not there.
That's not.
I was.
That's not what you said.
That's where our argument.
No.
came.
You this.
I don't care about City. I'm never there.
Yes. So then why when
I might have mocked you because sometimes you tweet and no one else responds.
I think no. You told me that unless I take the clip myself, I'm not allowed to post a clip and break it down. And now you apparently love John Boy, who made his entire bones.
You love him
off never actually going to game and just reacting to stuff.
You're allowed to post clips if you courtesy other places, like where you got it from.
Like
you can use sound that you get off our post game if you courtesy us. That's STEM broadcast. You courtesy the source you got it from, and then you comment on it. I don't agree with people that will read an article on something inner workings of a team and then claim to understand what's really going on if you weren't part of the interview, because sometimes things are taken out of context. You can weigh in, but sometimes you don't really get the full picture. That's now, if you want to go find the clip of me ripping you for posting it, because I have no problem with anyone. Everywhere they post highlights of games and they courtesy it.
Did Rock not courtesy when he was doing those posts of City?
I don't even know who would air the games. Why would I care about that?
I've dealt with you accusing me of stealing for 2 months.
Did you courtesy it?
Yes, of course I would.
Then you're fine.
Okay, as long as we're moving the goalpost, that's okay.
So you say. I think the
Jesus
goalposts
Christ.
are right where they are. I had problems with you on other things, or maybe I was giving you a hard time. But I mean, I've been in this business a long time. You courtesy clips. I was a local affiliate guy where we'd run clips. 10 o'clock news in Philadelphia. We'd show highlights. I would narrate the highlights, courtzy of where we got it from.
I'm glad Jim doesn't think I'm a plagiarist anymore.
Good. That's good. You checked that off.
It was worrying me for a while there. I was really worried.
At least we got
Have you ever anchored like local sports? I have. That's how my career in TV started.
I have not.
You show highlights from other places.
I played for the local sports team, Jim. I didn't anchor for them.
And you think that local team is the best fans in baseball.
I did anchor for a little. I don't know if it was anchor, but I did Frank Cusimano's job one time, and I started sweating really, really.
Wait, you
bad.
had to narrate highlights and stuff?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah, I told you about that.
Oh, now.
Yeah. Remember the seat was
the
seat was down. I sat down. I'm like, the goodies. Oh my God.
That's hilarious.
And they're all like this. Oh God, that was bad.
Them giving you the short chair.
The short chair, and I almost like fell off of it live.
By the way, if you're ever on set, like with Cusimano,
You're obviously shaking your boots about this competition, aren't you, Matt?
Oh my God. Speaking of it, so what are we doing tomorrow? I know.
I think we're definitely doing basketball tomorrow.
Okay.
All right, full transparency.
It's
Full
not
transparency. We have a list of 20 sports. Okay.
Yeah.
We're not doing all those.
No, but I hope.
Basketball,
what do you want to do?
I hope my biggest thing is I want a go-kart race.
Yeah. God. Yeah.
Okay.
That's where
got to be on it.
That's like there's like the basketball thing. That's tough. Ping pong, I don't even know. Like maybe
No, you're doing
arm wrestling.
bowling.
It's gonna be tough.
No,
Bowling
we're
is
getting
good.
behind the wheel of two
Yeah.
go-karts, and we're gonna go.
Yeah.
You know the one I want to see?
That'd be
though?
cool.
The one I want to see. Arm wrestling.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Why?
I have a feeling my arms.
Because you're two big freaking guys.
I don't know where I'm at with that.
Here's
with
the
you.
one.
Yeah,
The
but
fan base.
my strength isn't there.
I don't know either. I haven't done.
Now
anything.
the excuses are being made.
Here's the one. Here's the one the fan base can't wait for. And I think it's going to be the swimming challenge.
We're not
We're
doing
not
it.
doing
Not
that.
doing the swimming challenge.
No.
They want to do it.
Dude, I'm not.
We'll let you wear shirts.
Keep it more
It's not even that. Yeah.
Plus
I
the way
made fun of people back in the day.
Plus
for
the
it.
way Cam sweats, he'll get in the pool. There'll be a brown
Yeah.
cloud
I
in the
know,
water.
no, like an oil spill.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah.
Hey, I'm a big sweater too, so it's all
Yeah,
good.
dude.
Here's what we have to do is find the ones you guys are excited about doing. Because if you're not excited, it's not going to be fun.
Can you fit in a go-kart?
I'm gonna
You
do
might
my
be-
damnedest.
I might beat you because I'm 250. What do you weigh?
There's no way you're 250.
I'm 250.
I think I'm pushing.
I would
like,
bet you on that right now. That
I think I'm like 265.
okay. So it's not that big of a difference.
No,
We're gonna be slowing those.
we are.
There's gonna
Slowing
be
those.
sparks coming. Oh my God, that's cool.
Why can't you arm wrestle?
We could do
We
that.
can.
Just when you get old, a little bit older, and you got two powerful guys like my shoulder
Yeah,
will be
so-
beat up after that.
What about axe throwing?
I'll do
that.
that.
Was on the list.
Yeah, that's good.
Hell yeah.
That's
I've never done it before.
Have you shot a gun?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I bet
could
you
do that.
I bet
too.
you guys both do better than the Secretary of War.
Really?
Yeah, he was on when he was on Fox News.
Pete?
Hegseth did a segment where he did axe throwing, and he missed the target and almost hit someone.
No way.
Yeah,
dude,
because they were doing it out on the street in New York City, and he overthrew the target,
Wow.
and there was a band on the other side, and the end of the axe, not the sharp end, hit somebody in the leg.
Well, I mean, he's not doing that in combat. Like, I bet
Yeah.
if you had to get a long range rifle,
Are you defending? You want to defend Pete? Here.
Well, I'm just
'Cause he
saying.
took a shot.
I'm like,
It's a fact.
the
man
I
missed the
saw
target.
a woman do this, and she goes, and he goes, ding, ding, comes right back, boom.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm scared about.
And that's the video we're hoping for.
yeah.
Jimmy
Okay.
wanted us to drown so he can
Right in the
monetize
video.
it.
Who's the guy that does the AI stuff? What's it?
Mizzou Stan.
Mizzou Stan. And he already put something together for this, and he says, "Who will be injured first?" That's kind of what Dave Green is hoping.
No, no. Oh man, oh man, oh man.
A calf strain, a hamstring tear.
That'll be fun though. The go-kart thing. I haven't been on a go-kart in a while. I used to love doing that back in the day.
I haven't been on a go-kart.
We do
I
it.
think,
We
since
do
I've
it at
been
the short.
10.
Is there a weight limit?
No, you can. I've seen some pretty big people swing around Funtown.
Okay,
You're all good.
because I always ask if there's a weight limit or size limit
You're fine.
going to Six Flags, because when you get in one of those
I'll
rides,
say-
I'm like,
I'll say this, Cam, I was a fat child. I weighed over 250 when I went on the go-kart. So
Okay.
when I was in grade school, I'm pretty
Okay.
sure. So you're
Okay.
fine.
okay, just asking.
You're all good.
Oh,
Yeah, so we're putting this together.
So what are you most excited about doing?
go-karts.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta look at the list again.
I think the gun range.
Gun range would be cool.
That would be
that
really
one I'm
cool.
excited
That-
You're gonna bring your own gun?
I only have a pistol.
Yeah, I got a pistol. Yeah, but that's what we're gonna use.
Yeah.
What
But
do you get?
I want to
I
trade
got a
mine
40
in.
Yeah, okay.
I
Let's just get a 9 there.
Yeah.
Easy to
Yeah.
hold on handle.
Yeah.
Cool.
You're gonna bring your Uzi?
I'll bring my Uzi.
Do you have an Uzi?
Do you have a
No.
big gun collection?
No, but I want one.
Yeah.
I want a monster freaking safe. Those big ass ones.
I want you guys doing.
Walk-in safe, and I want to have a bunch of shite kickers
I
in that
want-
and
Yeah.
collect them.
I want you guys doing either clay or
Clay would be.
Clay would
like
be
clay-
I'm
cool.
pretty good at
like
shotgun.
shotgun play.
See,
or
I've never done that.
Let's
but like,
do that.
That would be fun.
that.
That's
would
better
be
than going to the range.
Yeah.
If we can figure out
Mike
how to do
Matheny had that every single year I went to.
Yep. Yeah.
Now, if we don't get that settled, and it's just like target shooting, we could put like a Stan Kroenke picture
No.
on the
that. I
target.
like that.
Something
Great
to
owner.
tie
He's a
into.
great owner. Rock. That
Hey,
rock.
you want to know who could put us in touch with Shell is probably Gibson, because didn't Gibson take over that after Matheny was done?
Yeah.
He did like an event out west.
Okay,
where
I
it
will.
was,
I will ask him.
Clay pigeon shooting and stuff.
It takes
so-
a while.
Yeah.
It's a.
That's the whole
hours.
thing. We got to shorten it. Like
I don't know if they're going to let us go in there and do a video. Maybe I'm sure they probably will.
I'll
but-
bet they will.
Yeah,
I'll bet
I'm
if
sure- I
Gibson
bet you-
asks
I mean,
them.
if Cat's there,
Yeah, it's a private. The one that Matheny had is right there in St. Charles. It's actually really, really nice. It's
Nice.
way in the middle, tucked in the middle of the woods.
30 minutes to do
Yeah,
like 3 rounds
and
of
pump,
yeah.
pump your
Do like
place
3
up.
rounds. Yeah.
You know.
oh, speaking of are we doing bowling too?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's called a 3-frame challenge.
3-frame
I
challenge.
just made
like
that
the
up
three- I
because
like
I'm
it.
not being at a bowling alley for
Roderick's
2
like,
hours.
nope, you
But
got to do
don't
the whole
wanna-
set.
You don't want to do all the frames?
No,
Why?
It's a 3-frame challenge. That's how they do it in France.
I'm a 260 bowler average.
Is that right?
Son of a bitch.
I was gonna say, holy crap! I was
I
gonna
was no, you joking? Oh,
I,
okay.
yeah, I'm
challenge Mookie-
joking.
I don't know. I
You
haven't
could
done
challenge
it.
Mookie
No,
Betts with that.
yeah. No,
No.
I need the bumper rails.
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
our guy Brendan Schaefer, who works for STL Sports now, he is great. And also TJ Moe is a good bowler. TJ
Putt
Moe
golf would be cool.
Yes.
You know, or a driving range. You know,
Or, I mean, we can do top golf and hit
Top-
targets
yeah,
or whatever.
yeah, yeah. See, that's fun.
I like
That's an
putt-putt
all-day
better.
thing too, though, because you have to pay for it.
I like putt better.
Putt's better.
Like, I think putt's cool.
Yeah.
I think it's easier also to get on camera.
Yeah.
Also, that in France, they have a 3-hole challenge. So you do 3 holes.
And
That
you
way-
get out.
I thought
No.
you were from New York. You're
You
doing
see it
all these
everywhere.
France
Yeah.
references.
Well, because
Like,
I'm trying to make an excuse for why we're not doing the whole thing, because you guys don't want to spend 2 hours at a place. It's
That's
to be
true.
fun and organized.
well, but also if we do a full round of like the people tuning in are going to lose interest. We got to
Yes.
keep it short.
Yeah,
We
no
gotta
doubt.
keep it short.
That's why we call it a three-frame challenge.
Speaking of short, you don't want that. You do not want to be short in the sack. Okay. That's where Blue Chew
Best
comes
part
into
of
play.
the show.
That's where Blue Chew comes into play. Blue Chew Gold is the newest innovation for the number one chewable ED brand. That is Blue Chew. Blue Chew Gold dissolves under your tongue and works little as 15 minutes. That means you can get it on quicker and stay in the game longer. Elevation without hesitation. This is peak passion and peak performance in a single tablet. Hey, by the way, we have a special deal for our listeners. Get 10% off the first month of Blue Chew Gold with code HTC2. That's HTC2. All you got to do is put the promo code in. You visit bluechew.com. For more detailed safety information, we thank you, Blue Chew, for sponsoring this podcast. Hell yeah. Maddie, thanks for coming in. Are you coming in tomorrow, I guess?
Yeah.
Or we just, come in tomorrow and then we just go there?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Thanks for coming in. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you, Rockio. Thank you, Henry. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow. Hot Take Central 2.0. Introducing the Key STL Burger Bar and Boogie, your new home in the Grand Center Arts District. The Key STL is where the music plays, the game is always on,